Welcome, welcome everyone to the stretched out sessions of the Red Star Rising campaign. We're in the 9th session of the Coldest of Blood, and we'll get through this one of these days, won't we? But the Coldest of Blood is designed by GUI Cube, and it's presented by the Greater Mulmaster Beholder Corps, where we now have awesome dice bags. Well, no, I have an awesome dice bag. Nobody can see this on the stream, but my awesome wife made this for me. This is a dice bag.
Oh yeah, I shared that with my friends. That was totally cool.
But we hope that your minds will be opened by wonder tonight. We are a program that's powered by the Tabletop Misfits, and as always, playing for our I don't even know how manyth time, we have Zane and Mark.
Hi.
Present.
Lee.
Hello.
Hello. The Mighty Trey.
Hi.
And of course, Chris.
Greetings.
And I am Casey, also known as the Emissary of the Great Mother, because we worship, beholders. It's my new. Aww. I love my beholder. Anyhow, tonight we're going to continue. So I ask you my aberrations. Shall we begin?
Aye.
Eyes.
Well, the eyes have it. As usual. So, a grim discovery leads to an even more grim encounter. And now our task is near completion, but for a surprise meeting with a mysterious figure. We'd best make this quick, as the snow is beginning to pile up, and the troop is no doubt getting cold and hungry. Maybe a bit thirsty, too. So, previously on the Red Star Rising campaign, you all encountered a camp that had a number of dead bodies in it. What happened? Don't everybody talk at once. Nobody wants to talk now.
In true fashion, we ransacked everything. Oh, not yet. We got attacked.
You got attacked, yeah.
And they tried to squish us as they...
By big, ugly, smelly things.
Yeah,
Then we ransacked everything. Because
They tried to kill us by following on us as they
we
died.
ransack everything.
I like the statement of red
almost did you, didn't
ogre,
they?
red ogre. I thought that's pretty funny. So.
Is that why you were angry? Because the ogres had ransacked the camp before we did?
Well, we had to kill the ogres and then ransack them.
I think Glor had something to say that I didn't hear because everybody else stepped on him.
Ow. I'm recovering from...
They're doing the dwarf stomp, right?
That's right, I'm
Yeah, the
practicing.
Dwarven Stomp, right. I said that it was a good game of Red Ogre that we played.
So yeah, these mighty ogres with their wolf pets decided that they wanted to attempt to ambush the party, but the party was much stronger than I think they expected. And though Kenna got a few smacks with the club,
Yep.
everybody else seemed to prevail fairly somewhat unscathed and take these mighty ogres down. So
I'm just glad mage armor is not a concentration spell.
I do have some stuff written down. It took me a bit to bring it up. If you want me to read the little bit?
that's all right.
Okay.
It's all right. We can get into the gameplay. We got a lot to do tonight, but I appreciate that. We discovered that these camped folks must have been wiped out by the ogres, but they were from a courier's guild, and they brought with them a lot of goods that you guys at this point, as you said, ransacked. Though I guess to the winners go the spoil, right? I mean, somebody was going to get them. So
yeah, we couldn't leave those
and we
horses there to
always
die.
win. And we always win. We've got the gambling tents.
That's true.
House
That's
always
true how
wins.
that works. Yes. Yes, it does. Got to find a way to make that work. Well, you came away with some good-sized pack horses and a lot of good gear to be able to take back to the troop. So the troop is going to be quite well served from your foray into the forest. But as you were moving your way through the forest looking for the final um, material that you were sent to find, you found your water and you filled your flasks there and the things that you needed, and you turned around to find a bear standing, looking at you with a hawk on its shoulder. And then shortly thereafter, almost out of nowhere, came a very interesting looking individual. So, my friends, the first thing we want to do is have everybody roll a d20 for me.
How do you do that again?
It's been a while, right?
It's been a while, but it hasn't been that long, I wouldn't think.
So that was interesting. Theros apparently rolled before Kenna did, but I saw Kenna's roll, and then Theros has jumped in on top of hers.
Yeah, I just saw
Very
the same
strange.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, weird. Kenna, that was close.
I know.
That was so close. Roll again, Kenna. Roll again. Ah, no. No. Almost.
Darn it. Darn it.
Almost. Oh, you know what? I'm feeling generous. Go ahead and roll on the GUI reward table, Kenna.
Woohoo!
Nice. Nice.
I don't think we've gotten a GUI reward lately.
It's been a
so
while, yeah.
It's due.
Sulios's youthful vitality. When you use this reward, you may add 2d4 to any acrobatics or athletics check. Well, alrighty then.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that. Alrighty. You all see the pictures of Kamiala.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, as I mentioned, Fleegan turned around and went to move forward, and these were standing there, and you all kind of froze and saw this as she appears out of the woods very quietly, surprisingly more quietly than you would even think is possible. And she gives each one of you a look of, you might consider it superiority. What do you do?
You mean like she thinks we're superior to her? Is that what you mean?
No, she has a look of superiority on her face
Oh, darn it. I was hoping it was the opposite way
She-
for once.
and exudes supreme confidence. I mean, just by looking at her and her stature and her mannerism, she seems very confident without having said a word.
Well, I will jump down off of my rock and, without a weapon in hand, approach and bow my head slightly to her.
Okay, give me a perception check. All right.
And
You notice obviously here, and she has very fine and somewhat attractive features, and
Yeah.
she gives you
Kimber's-
a what seems to be a respectful nod. What was that, Kimber? Kimber.
Oh, I was just chanting I'm loyal to my maroons because she is attractive. And he also likes very, strong, independent-looking women.
I think he has a crush on any woman. So that's
Yeah, he might.
Hey,
Not
that's
true.
Roar's thing.
I
What are
do
you
not have
talking
a
about?
crush on Kenna.
Depends on the thing. Depends on the situation, right? Depends on
Are
the
you
situation.
saying Kenneth's not a cute looking girl?
No, I don't have a crush on Kenna.
Well, I think Ken is very cute. I mean, the men of the town seem to think so as well, considering all of
Unfortunately.
the groping and other things that are going on.
Weren't they all drunk though?
Hey,
Well,
When you're blind,
Oh!
I think Fleegan's
Ouch.
walking home.
You didn't say that one out loud, did you?
Yeah, he's lucky. I will say good eve. We are passing through. We mean no harm to you or your companions, as I indicate the hawk and the bear.
oh, I know you would mean no harm to us because there wouldn't be a way that you could harm us.
Hmm.
But I did happen to notice that you left something behind. And
Hmm?
she pulls the bag out and the other items that you guys stashed up in the forest away
The
earlier
wood.
and
The wood.
sets them on the ground.
Mhm. Ah,
Well, I guess we don't have to go back for that.
much appreciated that you would bring those to us. It's kind of you.
Well, I think it was appropriate for you to be able to gather wood, not from the live forest that we had, but to help gather and clean things up. They need to be and used appropriately. And so I thought that the help might be useful, especially. And as you notice, as she kind of gestures to the ground, as you notice that there's a good 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground, and it's actually coming down fairly heavily and starting to stick pretty good. Um, um, Especially as by the time you may have made your way back to find this, it may have been difficult to search out, considering it probably would have been buried.
Mm.
So
Well,
I
thank
also
you.
noticed that you're quite welcome. Thank you for taking care of these woods. And also noticed that you are quite capable of taking care of some of the nuisances within this place. Seems as if you
When it is needed, yes.
it seems as if you have the prowess to be able to take on some of these big creatures, of which have been quite vexing to me as of late.
Ogre problems.
Are you friends? Are you friends with the forest spirit? It had spoken to us earlier and seemed like it wanted the ogres removed. We weren't sure how to go about it, but it seemed someone else was here before us and had been killed. We're sorry to leave such a mess in the forest, but as you have pointed out, the snow is coming down quite quickly, and we could get lost out here if we do not hurry. So I apologize for the camp of trash that's being left behind.
Oh, I know of your encounter with Self-Alanea. I mean, I have actually been tracking you for quite some time, observing and wondering of what's your true intent. It seems as if your intent is most likely honorable, especially after the conversation that you had with the Great Spirit. And so I felt that it'd be appropriate to give a bit of a test. The fact that you did not immediately attack my companions here, you have passed the test. My friends, time is growing short for you. I know that your troop is camped not far from here, and that the storm is quite thick. Tonight it's going to be one like we haven't seen in a long, long time. I do anticipate that the snow will pile quite deeply. But I ask of you, if you would be willing to help, I would guide you quickly and discreetly back to your camp, if you'd be willing to help me before you go.
If it is
What
to
aid do you
eliminate,
seek?
right.
Well, as I have mentioned, these ogres have been quite vexing for some time. I am Kamiela of the Wood Elf clan Solenthia. And the menace of the ogres in this place has grown as of late. And my desire is to rid this place of them. I unfortunately do not have the ability to take them on one-on-one. But I
So
would
you seek our
desire.
aid?
I seek your aid, yes. Yes,
If
and
you
I think
will,
that you are quite capable of this as well.
I'm sure, Theros, if we were to assist her and she could guide us back to the camp quickly in a manner that would not take us over long, then I see no reason not to.
We have a long-standing tradition of dealing with issues. No reason to depart from that now.
We have pledged ourselves to help Cephalanea's woods already. This
Exactly.
is just an extension of what we've already been chosen to do.
I also want to point out, I apologize that we didn't disarm the trap back there, that tripwire. We were worried that if there were more ogres up the path, that we could use their own tripwire on them. I'm sure they're the ones that set it up, but I could be wrong. It could be the people that had perished in that camp.
Or it might have been yours.
Well, the reality of it is you're quite smart for your own good. And I was hoping maybe to snare myself one or two, but they do what they do. And it seems as if it hasn't quite worked for that. So I'm glad that it didn't spring on you all. But I do know that time is running short for you all, so it might be appropriate to get moving here. Now, I would be willing to lend my assistance, but as for the safety of my companions here, it might be good as if that they do not accompany us.
Of course.
I'm concerned about that, but there is a den of these foul beings just around the bend up here. And I can lead you to them, and maybe we can find them unawares.
That would be advantageous.
And we can stomp some more ogres.
Yes,
All right,
Raven.
let's come up with a game plan quickly.
Kill them and stomp them. I think that's the game plan.
I like it.
Good. But I think we need to send Fleegan up to scout first, quietly, make sure that they're surprised. And then Grower and I, we need to take them on head on, take the damage that Kenna and the others can't take.
Van Flaken.
And then Fleegan comes out from behind and does stabby stuff.
And I can
Plus, if
assist
they
with
eat
the...
Fleegan, they won't be as hungry and we'll be able to subdue them quicker.
That is certainly an option.
Not the best option, but an option.
Kimber is praying with the horses over in the corner. That's why he's not a part of the conversation. And says to Kismia, we are in much need of more of your help, but I ask if I can call on your brother Jinx to perhaps give us a bit of his trickery on these ogres as we attempt to sneak up on them and help the woodland creatures rid them of their taint. I do apologize. I'm always asking for something.
It's a good prayer. Yes, it is. Yes,
Do-
it is a good prayer.
Do you still have blessing you can put on us?
Oh, let me look at my character.
For sure, Kimber was going to give the Conan speech.
Wrong god.
And I've got 10 hit points I can throw out too.
I have one spell slot left, so I could use that for blessing or something like that, or shield of
Remember,
faith, or
can cast Cure Wounds as well, and I have 5 first level slots unused so far.
I'm at 27 out of 39. Could I get a slight healing?
Gotcha.
yeah, I was kind of hoping we were done with all that being bashed about, and I don't wish to wrestle an ogre this time.
How about 11?
That does very nicely.
I'm only down 1, so I'm not going to worry about it. So
Kimber, it was spectacular. That was the best ogre wrestling I've ever seen in all my years.
I know.
Still-
My money was on the ogre, but you came through. I couldn't believe it.
I can still smell him on me.
At this point, while they're
I
talking
can't tell
about
the
this, I'm going to
difference.
approach her and kind of roll my eyes a little bit and go, where are these ogres at?
Oh, the boys.
Let's get moving. Okay, Grower, you ready?
Hey, I'm the one going first.
I was born ready. What are you asking?
Let's do it. Fleegan, why don't you go scout ahead? Quietly.
Hi, Captain.
Kamiala leans over and whispers something in her bear's ear, and the bird squawks and takes flight and flies off into the forest as the bear turns and gives her a very odd look, something that you guys don't quite understand what it means, and then he kind of nickers a little bit or huffs a bit, and heads off into the forest as well.
Bear chuffs.
And
Barely understood him.
she points towards the north there, and kind of indicates to Fleegan that that's the direction that we all must go.
Okay, off we go.
So go ahead and describe to me what your guys' plan is here.
Fleegan is going
All right.
to use the side of the trail to try to keep as hidden as possible. Whichever side is rockier, because he gets advantage on rocky terrain.
All right. Actually the right side is a bit rockier than the other side because it was closer to where the spring was. But as you move up around the bend, you begin to notice that there's or you hear the sound of running water. And there's enough noise from that and just the fact that you're trying to move through this rocky terrain that it's highly unlikely anybody would be able to hear you as you slip forward. So I'm going to go ahead and no, let's do this. You want to slide forward a little bit, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of curve around the corner here.
You round the slight bend and you peer down into what looks to be a gully, and here the trail meets a ledge that continues down into a tight ravine. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move you guys to another map.
Okay.
You might have to zoom out a little bit. The
Yeah.
squares are different. They're different.
Big.
The map. So the other map is 16 maps pieced
Mhm.
together. This is
Jeez.
one map.
Ah,
So the way the other one works is a bit different from this one. So you should be able to zoom out and see what's going on there. So
Fleegan.
We get
All right.
ugly this way. We have to zoom out.
yeah.
To, I get all the girls because of him.
So you see across
We all
the,
have tattoos.
you see across the ravine, and you sense the smell of cooking meat, and there seems to be smoke in the air. And you look down into the small crevasse, and you see across the creek the mouth of a large cave, rather like the maw of some great beast in the southern wall of this small chasm. And there's a bridge formed by a large fallen log that spans the creek. A large leafless tree stands next to the cave mouth. Let me show you a picture here. Twisted and misshapen is the tree, looking much like a huge, multi-armed monster. And hanging by its feet from one of the branches is an unclothed, smallish figure There is no movement in this area that you can discern. And if you haven't zoomed in on that image, you might want to take a look at it.
Ooh, I'm not
He
zooming
appears to
in.
be
That's
field
grim.
How small is small figure? Like
About
half
your
a
Talking
size.
halfling? Halfling.
No. Okay, these guys are going down.
Maybe a
I think
little
it's the
bigger
guy
than a
who
gnome.
sold you that.
No, a
dagger
dwarf, they're
thrower
fine. Dwarfs are fine.
Would never be hung from a tree.
Sorry about
Maybe
that.
that's the guy who sold you the dagger thrower or flinger or.
Oh, yeah.
He had much more of a beard, but I guess they could have shaved it.
Eaten it. I've heard they enjoy halfling beards.
What do you guys do?
I am going to sneak up to the so sneakily.
Okay. As you move down the trail into the gully, the smell of cooking meat and smoke gets stronger and thicker.
Is the rushing water pretty much masking all sound? Is it like a roar or?
It's
is it
not a
like
roar, but it's loud enough to where it's pretty easy for you to move across this, rocky. It is rocky terrain for you to not even really have to worry about being stealthily. I mean, you can't even really hear your own footfalls falling on the ground.
Casey, real quick, these areas here, are those like cliffs going up above us?
Yes, yeah, because you're
Okay.
coming
Uh,
down around this space, and it's
Got it.
it's up on your right side. To the south, it goes straight up, and then
Just making
kinda goes-
sure Quimber wasn't about to fall off a cliff there. That's
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, yep, you're good.
All right, so here's the plan, guys. I'll run over there. I'll yell something really rude or mean or cruel. Get them come out. I'll run across the bridge, and then you can do what you can do on the bridge. How's that sound?
How about if we get some people above them? Are there rocks above the cave that we can drop rocks?
I think arrows are more effective than rocks.
I'm not talking about I'm talking big rocks like boulder.
You mean you want
Are there
some
any bigger
people
rocks
over
that can be rolled down? They come out.
Yeah, it kind of goes up, and it's not real massive rocky. I mean, there's rubble here and there, and most of the rest of it's forest and overgrowth and stuff like that.
All right. So, if you drop them out, maybe we can
Choke
have
point.
Gror and I hold the bridge while you guys range them.
Well,
It's not a
somebody
bad
should
option if we can get them out.
We should scout the cave, see how extensive that is.
Okay, if I'm not back in 10, 15, 30 minutes, come get me, okay?
We'll
Not
come
gonna
get you.
happen.
Right
You're
after
not
the
going to
party.
come after me? I'm hurt.
We're gonna be buried in snow by that time. Get your butt going.
I will attempt to cross the bridge.
Okay. The bridge is quite wide, and it's not really that slick or anything like that. There is a good amount of snow that's falling around you, but for whatever reason, down in this gully, it doesn't seem to be sticking to the log, so your footing is pretty sure
I'm
at this point.
and I'm pretty sure the log can handle my weight.
Since ogres cross it, I would hope.
If you guys want to put
You
yourselves
put
in
on a few
position,
pounds, Fleegan.
yeah. I'm wearing armor now, so yes, I put some pounds on. All right, I'm going to try to get across the bridge.
Gror bought the wood that she gave us. Didn't forget it back there, or at
Okay.
least all of us brought it, right?
Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
it on the horses.
I just thought I'd state that before we,
Yeah.
forget something.
Just to make sure.
Yeah, you guys have the horses with them. I just don't have tokens for them.
And we're not taking them across, so.
All right, so Fligan moves us. What are you guys doing?
Drawing, knocking an arrow, and preparing to use the lucky longbow.
Don't forget to dig the hole.
Right next to me, it's like a ravine or something.
Oh. Just
All
like
right. So what?
a dwarf using rocky terrain to your advantage. All right. Well, if everybody else is ready, I'm going to get all the way up here. It looks like I'm going to have to go around. Is that right?
Entrance is over here.
Yeah, because I can't see anything up here in these areas. All right. I'm going to sneak around.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Doo, doo, doo. 13. Pretty bad for
Yeah.
me, actually.
Yeah. Okay. It seems as if the rocky terrain right here, the rubble it's a little bit more scree and everything, and you kind of slip a little bit as you're trying to sneak around, and you cause a little bit of gravel to just kind of shift and slide off down into the river down there. It wasn't very loud, but it was louder than you wanted it to be.
I'll stop. Pause.
Arrows trained
Every-
on the cave mouth.
Because every time, sound makes, you got to stop dramatically and pause and look around. I will
Yeah.
move forward.
So you get close enough to be able to see that the figure hanging from the tree is a dead halfling that's been, as you very appropriately noticed, field dressed. And you begin to wonder if the actually quite pleasant smell of cooking meat that you were somewhat enjoying and realizing that it's been some time since you've eaten anything and your stomach was kind of growling from it, you begin to wonder if maybe that's not what you're smelling cooking and actually kind of choke a little bit on that.
Oh, yeah. I'm well aware now. That
It's
is
not like we
dear
have any
me.
halflings with us.
Yeah. I like to get up to the cave mouth.
Okay.
Oh, there it is.
You also can't help but notice that the halfling's eyes are wide open and the expression on his face is one of abject horror.
Okay. Thanks. I didn't need that info.
They always look
That's
like
not
that. They're just that way.
that-
Don't worry.
That's not uncomfortable feeling or anything there. That's, it's all good.
So you find yourself to the opening of the cave, and it's quite a large opening that an ogre would find easily to be able to get in and out of, maybe having to duck just a hair as they come in.
So, guys, I just realized a small flaw in our plan here.
What's
I have
Well,
really,
you're on the
really
side.
short feet. They have really, really long legs.
Well, the
I
point of
think
view is not to be noticed.
I'm supposed to yell at them to get them to come out, right?
No. You're supposed to get their attention. It doesn't mean you're supposed to yell at them.
How am I going to get their attention? Anyway, since we're
You
not next to each
wrong.
other,
You had that worked out. Remember that your voice will go faster than your short little legs.
just throw a firebomb in? I'm sure it'll
If
help.
they see all of us just standing here, though, they're not going to just run across this bridge.
they might. They're not smart.
Well, I mean, they're smart enough to think if they have the advantage or not. Like Fleegan, they're going to be like, oh yeah, and just chase you. But when they see a whole group over here, that's going to
So
pause.
So I
Ligon,
would have.
the point of view is to get their attention to come out. It doesn't mean that they're going to know that it's you that they're coming for. If you hide on top of our
So,
voice, and then they'll come towards us, then you can come in behind
So what
and do your stabby
I'm
stab.
going to do is get up there and kind of peek into the cave.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me again.
Oh
Ooh.
boy.
Still rocky terrain, so
Yep.
A lot more rocky now.
it is.
Go ahead and move you over. All right. So you move into the cave opening, and you see the rocky passage of the opening descends about 20 feet or so into the earth before flattening out and opening up into a large cave that is around 50 feet long and 40 feet wide. And the ceiling is around 12 feet high, with a number of short stalactites hanging down from it in the east. Below them is what appears to be a passage going deeper into the cavern. The center of the den is dominated by a large fire pit, which is a very big spitting sheet that drips fat sizzle on the coals, and that's the delight that you're smelling. The smoke from the fire drifts up through a crack in the ceiling, but the room is still somewhat hazy. And there's all manner of trash and bones and offal that covers the floor of the cave. On the north side of the cave is a large flat slab of rock balanced on two 5-foot high stones. It appears to serve as a table. And there are 3 stumps of wood that sit next to the slab and a small keg of what may be beer that sits atop it. And next to the keg, there are 3 very large tin flagons and a big, rusty meat cleaver that is stuck into the large wheel of cheese that sits on the table. And to the south is what appears to be a crude stone oven. And there are 2 more kegs that stand against the wall near it, along with a pile of wood. Should probably be in there so you see all of it. And let me see if there's here's a picture.
I think we should all just gone. Poor Fleegan.
I'm not sure
Fleegan,
I
I
could.
knew him well.
I'm not sure I could pick that cleaver up, honestly.
Cleaver's bigger than you.
No ogres.
No, you see what you see.
All right. I will go back outside. Do the whole I don't know look and wave everybody over.
Ooh, maybe they knew we were coming.
Okay. It's possible they put a sheep on a spit for us, you know.
They're very hospitable.
But
All right, I'll make my way over and
maybe they have gone to gather something else to go with their mutton.
No trace of our
Cade
aunt.
I'm gonna say this is a catch. You seem further in. I don't know if I want to run through a whole bunch of caves to drag them out so everybody can poke them with sticks.
Probably be better if we went in after them.
I think we're going to have to go in after them.
The half
So- go in after.
half elf leans
Always-
over to Kenna and says, somewhat quietly in your ear, she says, These ogres can be quite crafty, so I would be somewhat wary.
Good to know.
It's never good to go in the bear's den after the bear.
True. Should we
Do you
hide
got a
and
dog
set
to
up?
flesh them out?
She seemed to be like looking up above on the cliff or anything, like she's worried about that.
No, actually, and that's a good question. He would, she would, no, kind of you see,
Horses?
Definitely. I
Vegan?
mean, he hasn't told us anything, but the first thing Grower wants to ask him is how much farther back thinks the cave goes.
Got me. Just got
I say we-
Fleegan, why don't you scout around the cave entrance just to make sure that they're not watching us?
I'm gonna
Okie dokie.
keep an
There's
eye.
not a real good area that you can go around the cave entrance. There's kind of the trees and stuff over there, but it just kind of goes back into thick forest there beyond it.
Okay.
So there's
So
no clear
not
path
something
to
that
get
you'd
up,
see
huh?
ogres.
What's that?
I was gonna say, Gore wants to ask Kamiyala if she can track any ogres that have left the front of the cave recently. If she can find signs of being gone out. Since it snowed, we'd be able to tell, but I don't know if she can
Yeah.
see anything better than we can.
Yeah. No, actually, it's with the snow and the rocks. Although, again, it seems to be a bit warmer down here by the water. So the snow's not really piling up right here, though the snow is coming down quite heavily at this point. Um, she looks around and just shrugs her shoulders as if she has no idea at this point.
we have we could just set up in the room like we're just relaxing and having a good time, and just wait for the ogres to walk in and be like, "What the?" I guess we don't have time to wait for them.
No.
What
We
are
need to
you,
seek them.
Goldilocks?
We could try to lure them out to that front room. You know, drop a pot or something that might make them go, "Huh? What's going on out there?" We might only get one or two of them that way. You know, much easier to handle immediately.
Once
at
they
least.
start screaming, though, the rest will come.
Yeah, but I mean, if we've got one or two down already before we have to
Mhm.
deal with the rest, that's obviously a bonus.
Absolutely.
Maybe we kind of like ring front room and then try to not risk Fleegan as much as maybe something
maybe
tip
shout.
over, or make something
Or
tip over that they would
make a lot of noise.
think
Yeah.
maybe it's not a big deal, but maybe it is, you know, and they should go check just in case. Something obvious enough for an ogre at least.
How many entrances are there to the kitchen, Fleegan? One or two?
I just saw the one.
Well, let's
All
go.
right. Let's go in.
I think I used my pass without today. Didn't I?
Yes, you did. Yep.
Would you like me to go in? She says to Fleegan. Would you like me to go in?
Aren't we all going in?
Oh, I don't know. They all seem as if they just want to wait for something to happen. You know how the boys are.
Well, you know, my brilliant plan didn't work out. Apparently, there's no ogres in the kitchen. I think we ought to go in and
Get set up.
smoke them out.
Yep. Smoke them out.
Let's bring an ogre to the kitchen at least.
So yeah,
Let's
come
try
on
to get-
in.
Let's first like the club
cleaver.
and the cleaver, and maybe throw those in the fire.
Okay, but we should leave
Give them the
button
fewest
out.
weapons as possible.
Should leave them button out just in case.
Well, the mutton is
Spit.
I just
Oh,
they have something to hit Fleegan with at least if they get desperate.
I do like the idea of removing weapons from the room. Maybe
Yeah,
throwing
it's
them
not a
off
bad
the,
option.
Throw them off the cliff outside the cave.
Or there's a club. Well, I guess you wouldn't want them to reach in and use a flaming club, but yes, get rid of the weapons and the steins.
How big are the kegs? Are they like pony kegs or are they full size kegs?
They're full-size kegs.
They're Fleegan-sized kegs.
All right. So what we can do is we can also set these up at the entrance, and if one or more come in, dump it on them, so they have to slip and slide, maybe into the fire.
What's the floor look like? Is it stone or dirt?
It's a dirt floor.
That'll just make it muddy. Probably won't make it very all that
Probably not going to
slippery.
really make it too slippery, and we might
Yeah.
get caught in that too if there's like 5 of them. It's probably better not to. You know,
I say we
cover
get the
whole
cleaver,
field.
get the club. Fire.
Second.
Not a bad idea. Bad in my head, they'd have an idea of ogres catching in fires
And burning themselves? Yeah, no, that's cool.
Flaming
but not
clubs.
really being hurt enough. But they could hurt us really badly with the glowing hot cleaver. Compared to
It's
So
becomes like
we're all in the
gonna hurt
kitchen.
either.
We're all going back and forth to the kitchen right now, I guess. Correct?
Yep.
Well, I'll go further down to the. Can see.
We'll ring around the kitchen.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go grab the cleaver because I'm not sure I can pick up that club.
I'll get the club.
Gora's gonna have a drink.
Where's the cleaver at? Is it over here?
It's on the cheese wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, it's over in the cheese wheel right there. So cheese wheel right there. So
Is that worth it?
to get up close to it, if something.
I'll check.
So, yeah, a bit back, trend. He's position himself,
There's only
and Grover staying outside or outside as well.
There, he was gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
What is that that's south of Gor?
This is an oven over here. Okay, and it's the fire spit there. Yeah, as you guys shuffle your way in, just shortly after you actually shuffle in, you hear the shuffling sound coming from deep in the shadows at the back side of the cave over here. Okay.
Could you
After
ping
only
that again?
back here.
Thank you.
Okay. And let's see what you see here. Okay, yeah. After a second, you see a hulking figure come shambling from the dark passage over to towards the stone table. Doesn't seem to indicate that they see you. Interesting enough, but hang on a second.
maybe if we
Token
stand
there.
still.
So, yeah, you see this this figure come over to the stone table, and by the meager light that's flickering in the fire pit, you can plainly see that the creature is female. She looks to be roughly 8 feet tall, with dirty brown-red hair, huge green lips, broken teeth that are showing through a permanent scowl. She seems to have a lazy eye as she's looking over the table, and she's fairly rotund. She's wearing a bone dress and hoop earrings made of silver with rabbit skulls hanging from the hoops. And you hear a growl from behind her as a... Where is that? As what looks to be a dark figure on all fours emerges from the shadow with glowing dark green eyes.
No.
I have a picture of it somewhere here. Hang on just a second.
First, guys, go, go, go.
So she's a cat person.
Could I
I thought I had this ready to go.
could I get a spell
Hang on.
off before they do anything?
Or an arrow.
Well, I want to bless the party before any actual combat.
Hang on. I'm trying to find something.
You know, if that's a cat thing, it's going to try to eat Fleegan right away.
Don't they all?
Pretty tasty.
I mean, cats are pretty particular about their food. They're finicky.
Yeah, unlike the
know.
toad that swallowed him, which doesn't care, you know.
Well, Fleegan does resemble more of a fly than he does anything else.
For whatever reason, I can't find the picture of it, but it looks to be like a fairly large cat that's dark black with green stripes and green glowing eyes. And it growls and starts running towards you. And when it begins to growl,
Yep, attack.
the ogre woman yells out with a loud roar. She bellows a roar and grabs an enormous rolling pin from the table and brandishes it at you. So there's no surprise on either side, but go ahead and roll for initiative.
If it wasn't for that darn cat.
All right. Make sure you remember to select your tokens when we do
Oops,
this.
I didn't. You want me to re-roll?
No, I'll go ahead and add you just a second.
And Theros is flat-footed.
There's no flat-footed condition anymore.
Well, when you roll a 1,
It just means
flatter
going
than
last. It just
I'm
means
pretty darn
last.
flat-footed.
I told you, arch supports, man.
Do this, and then I need to bring her up. All right. Okay, and then what was it that you rolled, Kimber? Let me see.
13.12.
13.12, huh? All right, let's do this. Everybody in there. How do you do this again? I haven't done this in a while.
Descending, man, descending.
Yes. All right, so get that out of the way. Get this over here. All right, so yes, this very large ogre woman grabs the rolling pin and brandishes at you as she bellows out a roar. Kenna, what do you do in response?
I bellow out a roar back and launch a firebolt at her.
Okay.
But I don't think I hit.
She is very large, and
Okay.
she's wearing a bone dress and doesn't have a whole lot of armor on her. But unfortunately, you were
That's so
startled by the imposition of this
Ah,
imposing size of her, and your firebolt goes just wide of the side of her, kind of singeing the hair as it goes by. Anything else?
I will step back a pace and draw my sword. So
Okay. All right, Gror,
just
you're up.
be ready.
Gror?
Yeah, I was just contemplating
Oh, okay.
which one to shoot.
That's fine.
I guess I'll shoot the ogress first.
Maybe you can.
Cat.
So he sticks his lucky bow in the ground and takes a shot.
I mean, this is our chance to run if we want across that bridge.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot her with a striking arrow. I don't know the striking arrows.
Let me
are
look
on
and
my
see. I'm
sheet.
sure we have them in our.
There's a number of them, but it doesn't.
Yeah, there's a thing in here. I just got to go find them. They're under
I
special
have
items.
3 of them, but that's
what I
fine.
have.
Items,
Okay.
striking arrows. Where are they? Let's find
I
them
think we
here.
split 6 of them. Is what it was.
Let me
Yeah,
search
yeah.
striking.
There's something about ogre slaying next to them too. I don't.
Sure.
Sure what that means.
Striking
Sword
arrows.
of Ogre Decapitation.
Okay, so I'm going to show these to you.
Oh,
+1 to
here's
hit and
Ogre
damage.
Decapitation. Under Ogre Disintegration.
+1 to hit and damage, non-magical.
Add 1 to my roll to hit
Yeah.
and damage, essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just manually do that.
So twang.
Oh my
jeez.
goodness.
That's a solid hit.
That nails her right in the shoulder, and you see gobs of blood green blood start to spurt out. You hit her hard for 9
Well, that's
piercing
10
damage.
piercing. 10.
6 in there, minus
Striking
10.
her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
I'm going to quickly draw another arrow and knock it.
Okay.
Till I
All
try.
right. All right. Kimber, you're up. That reference wasn't lost on me, by the way.
I'm realizing that this is going to be a mess. This is going to be a messy combat for sure. I'm not sure I really want to cast Bless or something like that. Waste my chance to heal somebody. 'Cause my amulet
I got the healing, man.
is spent.
I got 5 first level slots I'm not using for anything else except curing us. So
You might have forgot too, Chris. I have that magical stone that I can try to heal the group with.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I had told everybody about that last time.
also, don't forget we have 3 healing potions and 1 greater healing potion.
Okay. We do have
The
a pretty good
Theros. We
supply
brought
of
a
things.
Theros.
And a potion of invulnerability.
All right. So Kimber, you're up.
All right. Well,
Less talk, more action. We're in the heat of battle.
I will cast
chop.
Bless. I mean, after all, I did pray earlier. I might as well call upon the gods at this moment to get their attention a little. And let's see, I should bless, what, Kenna, Gror, and Theros? What do you think, Fleegan?
Isn't it area effect?
No, it's for me
3
at my
creatures.
level, it's 3 people.
Yeah, I'm gonna show this. I will link that in here. There you go.
So unless somebody wants to do that differently, those are the 3 I picked.
I'll let
It's your choice.
Fleegan have. Well, yeah, it's your choice, but I mean, if Fleegan wants it, he can take mine.
All right, so we got a
Let's say
choice.
creature, so Fleegan is possibly, available.
I do
Give
some
it-
decent damage. I'll take it.
All right,
Give it to the DPSers.
So Fleegan and
So-
Theros.
Yeah, just
Yeah, 1
that is
minute.
concentration.
Or greedily covets.
So you might want to then move back where you're not in the target line from the cat.
All right, I'll put that in chat,
Okay.
and I
Theros,
will move
Fleegan,
back.
and Gror.
Last-
Minutes,
One
so
minute.
six rounds. So Fleegan, Theros, and Gror. All right.
Getting an idea for the cat.
All plus. Okay. All right. Kamiala is up. She has a very nice looking longbow, which she is going to try and get up beside Theros. And surprisingly, as she is a woman of the wood, she takes a shot at the panther for whatever reason, indicating there may be a concern there.
Something not quite natural about that thing. Does have glowing eyes.
Women of the wood are very natural.
She is able to hit the panther with her bow, and it takes some damage, and it roars back as the arrow hits it.
So
All right.
Casey, roar like a lion or tiger, roar like a bobcat, or hiss like house cat.
No, more like a panther.
That
Okay.
low rumbly roar in the back of
Yeah.
the throat.
Yep. Okay,
A high
Fleegan, you're up.
pitched trill at the end, right? Like a kind of at the very end, like on Manimal.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
in Panther.
Like a mountain lion, you know.
Yeah.
Fleegan.
So Fleegan is going to say, "Well, they weren't there a minute ago, damn it!" And he's going to say, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty," and throw some daggers at the kitty cat. As soon as he finds out where his daggers are. Alrighty. Dagger thrown.
Look in your hat.
And that's an 11.
Okay. So you throw a dagger at it, and it does not hit it. It goes flying beside it.
All right, my offhand attack is even worse.
Jeez.
And he's going to run over here on the other side.
Here, big scary kitty.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're able to do that. You're both small enough to be able to squeeze by him to get back over there, but you guys are all kind of clustered up over there. So, which is interesting because it's Snagita's turn. And Snagita is going to reach over off the table and grab a big, what looks to be jar full of dough or something. And it must be like a rising jar or something like that, because you see what seems to be some fresh dough inside of it. And she picks it up and she screams, bellows, and throws the jar at Gror.
I'm picturing.
great. I'm right behind him.
From that Norbit movie. Is that right? You seen
Hurled
Norbit?
jars or potatoes.
So she's going to hurl this jar at you, and you're able to actually deflect it, but it shatters in midair, and the dough comes out and kind of splatters everywhere. But the lid was off the top of the jar, and it was rising, and it must have been full of a bunch of flying creatures with needle-like I don't know, what do you call it? Beak appendage or something like that. They're little tiny things.
Proboscis.
Yes, that kind of thing. Come out, and they're going to flap around and kind of swarm you guys. So there's 5 sturges that break out of that jar and swarm around, and they're going to get an issue here.
These small stars are big too.
No, they're small. Sturges are small. They're basically mosquito bats, is what they are.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Hey guys,
So-
I think we should just go. Live, let live.
Little late for that. Little late for that.
All right.
Yeah, your girlfriend wants us to help her get rid of the ogres. Come on, dude.
I no, I'm loyal to my maroon.
Okay, so that one is going to go right up here. All right.
If only she
Well,
were
that's
loyal back.
and that's interesting too. So that works. Okay. So
that ship might have sailed in true dwarvish understudy fashion.
I knew what kind of relationship I was getting in. You need to tell me this.
You've been learning the ways of the dwarven warrior, and you have to understand the cave.
it's so she throws that. It smashes off of Gror's arm. The sturges come flying out, and it's now actually their turn. So they're going to swarm all over you, and that's what we're working on right now, is to figure out what they do. So what they're going to do is they look for... I need to bring them to the point to where I can get them over the top of you all. Hang on just a second. Managing all of these things. There we go. Okay. So the biggest source of blood that they're going to try and suck is going to be Theros. I'm just going to go to Kenna, why did
Behind me,
why did it not do that?
behind me, Serge.
Why does it keep doing it?
no.
Here,
Move
let's
my
put it in the
token.
back here. I can't let it. And then this one's in here. So we're gonna go ahead and start with the one.
You don't have a lot of blood.
You're a snack.
You
You're
don't
a
need to
juice
move
bag.
your. There, he needs. All right.
I got moved.
Yeah. So, all right. So one is going to try and it's going to land on you, Kenna, and it's going to try and see if it can stick its needle in your,
Yep.
in your
22,
back,
Yeah,
and
that'll hit.
start sucking blood from you. So it is attached to you, and it's got its little thing stuck inside you, and it's starting to drink your blood. As you can read on the thing, how that actually works its way out. So this one right here is going to go after Gror, and
Nice.
Crit
it's going to
fail.
break. It's actually going to break its little thing as it tries to tries to stick it inside of you.
That's what happens
Phrasing.
to anybody that tries
Like
to stick
skin.
it inside of me, by the way.
Phrasing.
Yes. Gonna move right on from that. So it's kind of attached to you, but it's flopping around and it's trying to smash its little. What is that thing called again?
Man,
Oscus.
What
a
is it?
mandible or
Beak?
Proboscis?
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's proboscis or proboscis.
Proboscis?
Yeah,
Something like that.
proboscis.
Yeah, I don't remember that thing. All right, so the two on Theros is going to try and do the same thing. All right. Proboscis or proboscis. Yeah, something like that. All right, Theros, that's
Proboscis.
one's not going to be able to stick that into you. So we're going to try the other one. And piercing is okay, right? So what's your armor class with piercing?
It's 18 against
Okay.
piercing.
Yeah. Okay. So the second one is able to attach itself to you and stick its proboscis inside and start sucking your blood.
So 4 damage now, or is it when it starts sucking?
That's
I'm
4
reading
damage
here.
from the pokey bit. Then it
Yeah,
sucks
4.
each turn.
Yeah, 4 damage from the pokey bit, and then after that, it does its little thing. So did you take the 5 damage there, or what? What was it that you had 6 damage on you, Kenna?
6. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yep.
took it.
Okay. All right, and then the last one is going to go after Fleegan. And yeah, no, Fleegan, it flaps around you, and you're kind of waving your arms wildly, kind of trying to bat it away as it comes over. So there's that one. All right, it's the Panther's turn. So the Panther is going to wanted to go eat Fleegan because that's what it likes to do, but Fleegan ran away, and
Damn
so it's going
right.
to go after Gror, and it is going to. It's going to try and slash you with its claws and see if it can slash you and then try and bite you. So it attempts to slash you, and I think that's going to hit. Indeed, it is. So you're going to take 7 slashing damage, Gror.
I can do that, but I can't see the attack, Casey, in the game.
Oh, we're not seeing those. Okay. Well, it attacked you. It hits you.
No, we saw it for the bucks, but not for the panther.
You have to make it
Yeah, it
public
just
for
depends on
each
how
one.
it's set up.
Yeah, I've changed that now, so we're fine. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't realize I hadn't done that yet. So yeah, he's going to hit with a 19, so 7 slashing damage with his claw,
Ouch.
and then he's going to bite. And did you see the bite?
No.
You didn't see the bite?
Nope.
I changed that to public.
Can't
Why is
see
that
it.
not
No
working?
bite.
Well, you know what? He fumbled. So,
It's 2 fumbles against me. I mean, 4 attacks. That's amazing.
that one doesn't make any sense. Oh, he goes to bite you, and somehow you're able to move out of the way from the slash or something. He ends up biting his own arm or front arm.
Chomp.
Mayhaps I shoved it in there in order to fend it off.
Doing 4 points of damage to himself.
Kicked it right into his own mouth.
Yeah, and you hear a screech like a cat makes when somebody steps on its tail.
Why you
All
hitting
right.
yourself?
All right. Well, guess what, Theros? It's your turn. You have one of these things flapping around you. You have another one of them stuck to you, and it's got its proboscis stuck inside you, sucking your blood. What do? Proboscis.
Well,
I'm sorry, I can't hear what. Proboscis.
first, proboscis. I'm going to. How about hibiscus? I like that tea.
Hibiscus is good.
Yes, it is. It's much better than proboscis.
Ham and biscuits is better. We should.
I'd rather have hibiscus in me than a proboscis in me.
So that telephone to your wife. All right.
Indeed.
Oh, I think.
So I will go ahead and rage. I will destroy the one that is stuck in me by smashing it with my hand.
With your fist. Okay.
Yeah, slap it.
Okay. I need you to roll an attack roll, and then you'll add your strength modifier plus your proficiency because you're trained in hand-to-hand combat because of the wrestling that you do for your size.
Because he's trained at slapping big mosquitoes.
Yeah.
All
So it's
right,
going to be
now
whatever your strength modifier is plus 2 plus a d20.
Right. So hold on a second here. Let me pull that up.
Unless
here.
you have unarmed combat on your character sheet, which you might already.
To get the advanced roller up. Okay. Oh, at least I didn't fumble.
Oh. Well, you try and knock it off of you, and unfortunately, you're not able to. It was somewhat of a surprise, and so that doesn't work. All right. Any other action?
Nope. Hold the line.
Okay. All right. Well, Kenna, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm going to use the sword and slash the one that's that's feeding on me.
Okay. With your sword?
Yep.
Okay, don't miss.
I'm aware.
Oh.
Well, I missed, but
your
didn't
sword's
crit, didn't
your
fumble.
your sword's a little too speedy.
Yep.
So you did not fumble, but Sturgeon's going to be kind of a pain in the little butt in the way that I run them. Is that if you use a weapon to try and get one off of somebody, including yourself, then there's a possibility that you end up hurting yourself, hurting the target.
Yep.
So I need you to roll a D100.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, you manage to not cut yourself as you're trying to cut the thing off of you. But you realize very quickly that these things are not the easiest to scrape off with a sword. So,
magic missile next round it is. Got it. I'll blow up 4 of them.
All right. So, any other action?
Nope. Actually, bonus action. I'll pull my offhand sword and stab the cat.
Okay. All right. You're much more proficient with your offhand in hitting a cat instead of a dang mosquito bat.
Little tiny, yeah, mosquito bat. Yeah.
You take your short sword and you stab the cat just after it bites itself in its arm, and so it was somewhat distracted, and you stab it right between its eyes, and you actually kill the thing.
Oh wow.
So,
Nice.
Could be that we haven't
Don't
played
forget
for a
your
while,
blast.
and I'm really immature. But like almost everything we're saying could be taken two ways and turned dirty in this session. Just so you
It's-
know, almost every phrase we've used.
It's called a double entendre. Yeah.
And we do it, yes, very much. Yeah.
well, we are a bunch of boys, so you know how that goes. All right, Kenna, you're done. Grower.
Don't forget you're all blessed, or at least 3 of you.
So
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot
yeah,
all
wait.
about that.
I could add a
this,
to the attack roll I made against the Sturge.
Just to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, D4.
Kenna
Saving throws
is
into hit.
is Kenna blessed? Kenna's not blessed.
Nope, I'm not blessed. Never
Kenna's
mind.
the only one
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah, she gave
Yep,
she
so-
gave it to.
I'll pass. Yep. I gave it to Flea, and what was I thinking?
so I had lucky longbow out, and I was gonna shoot the ogress again, and the cat's gone at least.
Mhm.
Would the sturges disrupt me from shooting, or the sturge that fumbled?
The sturge, it didn't disrupt you or anything like that, and it didn't do anything to you. It's just flapping around you wildly, so it's not disrupting you by any means. There's no distraction there. It's a good
Okay.
question, though.
I will shoot the ogress one more time.
Okay.
This time a regular arrow.
Okay. Yeah, you could add a D4 if you wanted to that, but it's you hit.
I add a d4?
You could add a D4 to that to roll, but you don't need to because you
don't
hit
need to,
anyway.
Okay, no worries. We
Ooh,
add
10
d4 to
piercing.
that.
Yeah. All right.
Unfortunately, bless doesn't affect damage.
Yeah. But that is a tough arrow to swallow, literally. That one hurt. Okay. Anything
Both
else?
did 10. I will switch weapons.
Okay.
The agility defying my, short arms. I step inside the bow and perfectly place it over my head and on my back. Draw a shield and an axe that seem to appear out of nowhere.
Nice. Are you moving?
My beard flows in the wind, and it looks very shimmery.
It is quite a spectacle to behold. Do you move at all?
Then I stomp the cat.
Oh, we got to stop the cat. The whole plan was. I need to see a drawing of that. He's going to dwarven stomp the cat. Good job. All right, Kimber, you're up.
Well, Kimber's regretting that we didn't come in here with like a baked cake and teach her how to bake a cake. She might be our friend right now. Instead, we're attacking her while she's just trying to make dinner. So I'm not feeling too good about this. So I'll smash Theros' Sturge and hopefully not smash Theros.
You do realize there's a hanging halfling outside.
If we kill her,
Well,
the
you
other
know,
ogres might join
Yeah,
us.
we all eat different things.
Other ogres might be glad we kill her, though, because she was making bread with sturges in it for some reason.
Well, you know, Shrek ate a lot of strange stuff.
Right.
All right, so I hope Theros don't mind. I'll try to smash a Sturge.
Yep, let's see what happens. Oh, you're a real skilled Sturge smasher with your mace. You're able to knock the thing off of him to the ground and squish it into little bits.
Hey.
All right, knock that one. Stomp it. Okay, we'll be right there.
I'm so
Okay,
proud of
wait.
Ember. There's a tear in Grower's eye. A wicked smile on his face.
Yeah.
That's just a Sturge wing.
No, Kimber's a real good. He's really good with his mace. You know.
He is
So.
quite precise.
It's all about the prayer.
All right. All right, so you move forward and you stomp it. Anything else?
At this moment, no.
Okay. All right. Well, your friend half, I guess, can kind of. The problem is she's kind of terrain blocked here. I guess she can kind of slip through over there, and is going to. Yeah, is going to slip through over there to right here and take a shot with her bow at the big ogress. I can find her real quick. Is that what she does? Yeah. All right. She's gonna hit the ogress with her bow. So now the ogress has 3 arrows sticking out of it. And
I'm
is
sure that
looking,
makes her happy.
she's definitely not happy. I mean, she didn't look happy to begin with, and now she's really not happy. She's got 3 arrows, but the rolling pin, is big enough to be essentially the trunk of a tree. And it's gonna hurt coming down on somebody's head here in a second. All right, so Kamiala's done. Fleegan, you're up.
So, Fleegan 2 has magic missile and will use the wand of dying embers to zap the remaining Sturges.
Ooh, I
I
forgot, you
forgot
had that.
she gets to shoot twice.
That's
So
Okay.
so you're gonna zap the Sturges with that, and that's basically fire magic missiles, right? So they automatically hit. Okay. So how
Yep.
many can you shoot?
Yep.
3.
3. Okay, so which 3? Because there's 4 still alive.
Well, let's see. We do? I only see 3 on there.
There's
Unless
one on
I'm
Kenna,
hiding.
one on
There's one on
Theros,
me.
one flying around you, and one flying around kind of in between all of
Okay.
It
you.
was on Glor before. Don't worry.
It's hidden.
The one
That's
that's
why.
on the one that's on Grower has a broken
Yes,
phlebotomist.
I will do the Kenna because I feel bad about making that joke earlier. The one on me because I'm selfish, and the one on the big guy, Theros.
Okay. All right.
And then
So
we'll-
your wand hits true, and all of them go splat, splat, splat. So they kind of explode into little fiery sparks and kind of
Sizzle.
look like cinders in the air as as the fire consumes them, and ashes just kind of fall from the sky to the ground.
kind of plucks the ovipositor remaining in her skin out and throws it on the ground.
The Sturges are really smart. That's how I would have attacked Kenna if I had a fighter. I wouldn't attack either Theros or Legan that way, but that's exactly how I would attack Kenna.
Of course.
So as a bonus action, I can throw a dagger, right? A dagger?
A dogger.
A dagger?
Hmm.
I will throw a large dagger at her.
Yeah, don't
get
fumble. Don't fumble.
At her?
At the ogress?
Oh, yeah. Because I
You
might.
only have like 4 of us around you.
Oh, you didn't fumble. You hit her.
I'm going to do my bless anyways. Just cuz.
Woohoo!
Extra hitting.
Since you can do it every round, hey.
It's a better hit.
6! And
6
nobody
points of
got
damage,
up there next to her.
Right.
Oh, I feel
Yep.
bad.
No sneak attack. All right, you done?
Yes.
You done? All right. You hear footsteps from the other end of the cave as 2 more very large female ogres come bursting into the room from the other end of the cave. One is brandishing a massive umbrella. The other one, a seriously large handbag that has all kinds of stones, sparkly colored stones hanging off of it as they work their way into the room and join the fight. So there's now 3 female ogres in here. All right, and in the meantime, old Snagita is going to come over here, and she is not excited about Kamiala hitting her with her bow as many times as she had, and she's going to take that rolling pin and she's going to try and crack her upside the head with it. And I think she's going to miss. She is.
Woohoo!
Wow. So that did not work very well at all. All right. Well, this Sturge is going to fly over to Kim because that's what Sturges do, because they're smart. And it's going to try and stick its
Broken, dangly bit.
Oh, that's the one with the broken dangly bit.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's not very smart, so it's still going to try and stick its broken dangly bit thing.
If I had a gold piece for every time
Shut up,
I
Roar.
heard that.
Shut up, Roar.
If I had a soap for every time I heard that one.
Yeah. Right. Anyhow, it's still going to try, and it can't because it's not sharp enough, even though it potentially should have. So it's going to scratch you for 3 slashing damage. It scratches you
Okey-doke.
in the process. Okay.
It's sad. These bugs are giving them more damage to us than the ogres.
It's amazing how bad these little sturges can be. All right, the panther's dead.
You're welcome.
All right. This one is going to throw a rock. It had a big rock in its other hand. It's going to throw a rock at Kimber. Hold on, I probably need to get their character sheets out.
Good news is that the first ogress shows to us now. You can see when she attacks.
Yeah, I don't know what's
See when
going
the
on with
ranger
these.
attacks though either, Casey.
Yeah,
Matters,
I don't.
but
Yeah, well, that's fine. We'll live with it. Okay.
I'm just telling you when you can lie to us because we won't know.
Actually, you know what? That one is going to shoot a firebolt at Kimber and
Whoa.
miss.
Stray hit on Theros behind me.
That was this one?
That was that one, yeah.
Okay, just making sure I knew which one was casting.
Yep, and then this one is going to try and throw a rock at Gror. Oh, you pulled out your shield, didn't you?
Yep.
It did,
You
but I
did.
think that still ties me.
You have a 19 with your shield on? You do.
I
Look at
believe
that.
so, yes.
Okay, yeah, it's going to hit you with its rock for 8 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Oh, actually, that Sturge doesn't hit me because of the mage armor. I've got a 20.
Oh, okay, so you don't take that damage then?
Less help? Casey,
No.
with-
No.
No. It's on offensive
No.
actions.
Enough defense.
Yeah.
Saves, attacks. That's it.
All right, Theros, you're up.
Proceed to rage forth.
Or fifth, whatever.
And we're gonna take her out.
I don't think we have time for that, though.
Come on.
Just hit her. With the axe.
All right. Yeah, you can roll a d4 for that.
Yep.
For your
Throw
blast. Yeah.
13 or
So
16.
16, yep. All right, so you bring Graxel up and you're going to nail her right across the
I'm
back.
using this
How much damage?
Terek great axe actually.
Oh, okay. So no longer the Graxels. He's going to, and it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, does it?
Add 2
Um,
to that because of my rage.
Oh, okay. So 7 damage.
7.
He did roll minimum damage, so
Yeah.
You're cheating on Graxel, man.
I am cheating on Graxel. Just this one time though.
Yeah, and it sees that as well. So
It was just this one time, baby.
Well, you have a
Just-
younger
just
brother you
once.
can pass it down to.
All right. So Kenna.
Okay, so I'm gonna ignore the Sturge because it's like bumping into me, and I'm like, stop it. And
Sturge is
instead,
bumping uglies with you.
it's ugly and it's bumping, but that's not no. Let's no. Uh,
Here, look at my cute beholder bag that my wonderful wife made for me. It's so cute.
Quite impressive.
Yes. If my news could get any browner.
move to here, and then I am going
We all
to.
want one of those bags now.
I'm going to cast Magic Missile, and I'm putting all of them into Crudena.
She the
So
one that
all
did the
three-
firebolt?
Yep.
Probably crude. It's probably crudina.
Rude.
So
I'm surprised
5,
we-
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of force
11
damage.
points of first damage. Ouch.
Oh,
I'm surprised there's no
Bam, 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 bam.
prostheses.
as kind of goes.
Yep. No kidding. Wham, 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 wham. You see it kind of stagger back just a little bit, but she's so big and so powerful that she doesn't really fall backwards or move backwards. Anything else?
And then I point to my eyes and I point to her like, I got you.
She gives you a snarl.
Hmm.
All right, Gror, you're up. Gror.
What was the first ogress's name?
Snugita.
Snugita. Roar wanted to go over and dwarven wrestle her into the fire pit. Is that just an athletics roll?
Just hit her, man.
Shove attack.
Are you jealous,
Uh,
Ember?
I mean, it would be a it would
Shove
be a
attack,
shove.
right?
Yeah, it'd be a shove. So how does that work? I'm trying to remember.
It's okay,
Shove.
forget it. If it's just a shove.
Yeah, it's opposed athletics or
Yeah.
acrobatics, whichever you
Or-
prefer.
Did you pray to
And-
Kismia before the battle? I'm not sure you want to do that. But I'd like to see you do it.
Yeah.
Be
I really would
hilarious,
do it
but-
right now if it wasn't for the other two, but instead I'll just come up here and have to. Snug.
Silence your little lamb.
All right, roll a
Blessed.
d4.
Don't forget your bless.
Yeah, that's what I said. Roll a d4.
Oh,
Also, I want to point out I could jump from Discord to our game to show things on Discord if we want.
No, don't worry about it. So Gror, you go up to try and take her with your axe, and you feel like you have this inspiration right at the last moment, and some unseen power guides your hand true so that you're able to actually hit her.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage, please.
I missed with a 10.
Of
That means
course
you
it
hit
did.
with an 11, so we know she's an
No, that's
11.
Always.
Stop metagaming.
Cephalanea.
Sorry.
Cephalanea
Stop it.
Sorry.
blessed me. Cured me. I have the power of Cephalanea.
Roll your damage.
Are we going to do some damage or not?
There we
Yes.
go.
We're having fun.
He's going to do some damage.
Yeah. Bless Kismia. My
It's
goodness.
the 31st point of damage I have done to her now.
Wow.
And she's still moving. Oh, because she's an ogre. Right.
Right.
Anything else, Gror?
I'm going to move back, cat, taunt her, say, "Come at me, foul wench!"
Well,
as I rend
You
the
do that,
pieces
she's
of
going to have
Yeah.
an attack of turn opportunity.
well, that's what I'm saying. She is going to come after you because you did that. Because
Attack
You
of
wanna do that?
opportunity. Yep.
she'll get an
I
attack.
have a shield in front of me. I would think moving backwards.
All right.
Would be
She's going to take
better
a.
than that.
She's going
She
to
still
take a
gets a
swing at you
swing.
with. She's going to take a swing at you. She's going to reach off the table. And grab a bag of potatoes that's sitting there and throw it at you.
wow, these are really well provisioned ogres.
Well, the potato bag breaks open as she tries to throw it at you, and you get pelted by a couple of small potatoes as they kind of scatter all over the ground. And that sturge, is that sturge? Yeah, that sturge actually goes flying after one of the potatoes as it goes flying by, as it notices that it can't seem to get after Kenna anyway. Yeah. All right. So, Kimber,
She missed me. Right?
yeah, she missed you.
Just want that noted for the record.
No, I like it.
I was
And
posting
you go
the
and you
back.
stomp the panther. So Kimber, what's up?
All right. This is not looking good. But I think I'll run in and try to smack her in the kneecap.
Okay.
They said this is
So,
some people won't get that.
For the old Galooly.
all right, I am not blessed or anything. So
Gives
that
me
is
a
just
blessed a
9.
few others because you passed your bless on to the others, and unfortunately you try and nail her kneecap. But as she was swinging that bag of potatoes, it knocked your mace wide, which is actually what ripped open the bag of potatoes to make the potatoes go flying everywhere.
Cool.
So,
Kind of
anything else?
I kind of didn't want to hit her either, so that all works out for me. No, I think I
Okay.
put myself in a bad position, and I regret it. But we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Regret
Kamiala is
nothing.
going to draw her 2 swords and go all dritzed up on this thing.
Good dritzt.
Elven short swords. First one, she swings and slashes Snagita, and Snagita's not looking very good. As the second one slashes and she fumbles. Oh my!
Oh no,
Bad timing.
Oh.
I'm not next to her.
Yeah, she
Well, at least I'm not last.
misses. But Snagita is not looking very good at all. Fleegan, you're up.
Well, somebody's got to finish off this big ogre. So therefore, Fliggin' Power!
Or there are 2 more, Fleegan, really. I mean,
He's going to run up here and stab her. Because throwing things is just not working, it seems like.
Are you sure you want to kill her? Remember, ogres fall, and they fall hard.
Ah, the last one missed me.
She is only 1.5 feet taller than I am.
You have bless. Yeah, roll a d4. No! That is not going to do it.
Offhand, damn it! Offhand.
He tries to stab her in the leg with his dagger and is unable to, and even Kismia can't help
fumbles!
that bad roll and says, you know what? Jinx has a little laugh about that and makes you fumble. Go ahead and roll on the fumble table, please.
Wow.
Oh.
We are so...
Oh, you had even worse timing.
so which one of them is really last? The last one to fumble?
Yes.
So, I'm still not the last anymore.
He who fumbles last goes last.
You're the third to last now. All right, well, guess what?
I'm pretty impressed.
The smoke out of my eyes, guys. That's all I have to say.
Well, it's her turn, so she's going to reach over and grab the wheel of cheese that has the cleaver in it, and she's going.
The cleaver.
She's going to cut the cheese.
She is going to cut the cheese.
Wow.
Quite literally with the cleaver.
Grown.
Okay, I'm out.
We're done. No, she's gonna grab the cleaver out of the cheese, and actually this foul stench actually comes from it, so it doesn't.
Oof.
You mentioned if the cheese. You asked if the cheese. Don't bite me, cat. you mentioned asked if the cheese was edible, and it was a pretty rotten, stinky cheese. It's probably
Blue
not that
cheese.
edible.
Come on, people.
Probably
Blue
Gruyere.
cheese.
Yeah. And she's gonna take a big swing with her with the cleaver, which is gonna say rolling pin, but it's actually a cleaver. Oh, and she is gonna hit Fleegan.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Oof, done.
Fleegan.
I assume
Five-
that's slashing damage as
5
opposed to
slashing
bludgeoning.
damage. Yeah, Fleegan.
Damn, I have resistance against bludgeoning.
Yeah,
Damn.
but that's the reason she grabbed the cleaver.
Just leave it to Cleaver.
Oh, wow, the puns are bad tonight. The puns are really bad tonight. All right, well, the other two need to go real quick. So
Oh, they don't really have to, I guess. Yeah.
this one,
Have other things to do.
find it. I gotta find that one. There it is.
You don't
All
really
right.
have to find it, Casey.
Second here. All right.
You are about to like cast fireball or something on those two, right?
This one stomps over here. And it starts an incantation. And that incantation creates 3 rays of fire.
Ooh,
One at
scorching ray.
Kimber, one at Kenna, and one at Gror.
What did I ever do to her?
You
So
exist.
where are they? Let's see how this works here. All right. So Kenna does a 16
Missed.
hit. Missed.
I
No,
go all
that's
Matrix on it.
yep.
I will
Oh,
definitely
that's a critical.
I will
Ouch.
warding flare that.
Can you warding flare a spell?
I don't know. I can warding a flare an attack within 30 feet of me. And it causes
An
them to
attack?
have disadvantage. So since they're trying to hit me with it, I think it's
Okay,
still,
disadvantage. So does an 18 hit?
I think
it
it'll
does.
still hit me, but at least not
But
crit.
it's not a crit. Yeah. Okay. Which goes wide, and it was bearing down to just totally burn the beard right off of your face.
Oh no!
But it
Rude.
ends up hitting your shoulder instead.
So it's 5.
5 fire damage. Yep.
Move, Kimber.
And then Gror is gonna have that scorching ray go right over the top of you, and it's actually gonna hit the Sturge, and it's gonna engulf the Sturge out of the sky, and it nice little fiery
The
embers.
potato too.
Well, it was trying to stab the potato, so you actually smell roasting potato, which actually makes you even more hungry to go along with the roasting sheep over the
Mutton.
fire, which is actually
Mutton.
starting to burn because nobody's over there
That's what I
turning
was
it over the spit. They're
Attending it,
fighting
yeah.
instead.
The food's burning.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question. I had temporary hit points. Do I still have those? Forget what they were from.
I don't remember.
I'll look
Those-
back on my notes to see if I should still have them.
Yeah. I mean, if you haven't used them, then yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, usually
All
they
right.
last until the end of a short or long rest. Or long rest only.
Yeah, which we haven't taken yet. So,
Oh.
all right. Okay. And old Grazetta over here is going to grab her handbag, and it's a very large handbag, and it looks somewhat heavy, and she's going to throw it at Kimber.
At least you got that spit in the way.
All right.
The first ogress is like Rasputia from Norbit, and this Grisetta one is like Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son. Have this right?
Oh.
Okay, I don't
Oh,
see
God.
that I can only do it once per turn.
It's a reaction, right?
Oh, that's right.
You only
that's
get
what
one
causes
reaction,
it
yeah.
You
once
only get
per
one
turn.
reaction. Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Dang it.
So the handbag is going to hit you square in the chest, and it must be full of rocks or something heavy, because it hurts. You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
I think the healer needs to be healed.
Yep.
Because of those temporary hit points, I'm only down 8 right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
That's
The
good.
handbag
That's good.
hits the ground with a thud. If it wasn't so heavy, it would have bounced off of you and landed in the fire. But fortunately, it did not.
Ouch.
I don't know you. That's not your purse.
Hit freeze.
so the person who is not going last anymore will go now.
Yes, he will.
And
Let's see
we're
if
going
he
to cut
can
her
still do that.
down.
Love how Fleegan's listed as a
Come on,
0.5.
fumble. What is he gonna do?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Hold on. Hold on.
oh, you're blessed. Roll a d4. There it
Booyah.
is. All
Sure,
right,
he gets a
describe
4, I get a 1.
describe for me on how you cut down Snagita.
You know, I still do minimum damage.
It was enough.
Yeah, it's enough. So with minimum damage, I'm going to cut off the front of her foot, just basically barely glean her and just cut off the bottom of her, the front of her foot, and then she's just going to topple over dead.
Oh my god.
All right, roll a
Minimum
d12.
damage.
Roll a d12 for me, please. Yeah,
So she
she's
falls
gonna.
into the table.
2 o'clock.
Yeah,
right
she
onto the
falls
table.
into the table, and it's a big stone table. So she kind of hits it and kind of rolls over onto the ground.
She
right there.
smashes the stinky cheese.
Yeah, and the stinky cheese kind of splatters underneath her and starts oozing off of the table, and you all need to roll a Constitution saving throw. No, you don't. Sorry. But it smells so bad in here anyway. You know, yeah, actually. Oh no, that's not until the next room. Never mind.
Oh, all right. Well, then
Foreshadowing.
with her rolled, I
What's
will
that?
move into Grisetta.
What was the question?
We know that it's the cheese that smells.
Well, I don't know.
More appropriately, they smell bad on the outside.
But I'm.
Dude, she did cut the cheese.
It's
Well,
thick
the
in
cheese
here.
stands alone.
Oh, Camber, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for
Shame.
concentration. Hang on a second.
Oh,
You may have missed. Let's see what
Yeah,
I
happens.
may have missed.
Yep.
No, that's good.
Is that
It's 10 or the damage you took, whichever is highest. And he
Okay.
took 10 points damage.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
he's
You
good.
got it.
All right.
Okay. Barely.
So
he maintains
I cut her
concentration.
foot off, and she rolls over dead, and I'm up in Grisetta's. Oh, I'm up all in Grisetta.
Hold it.
Actually, Camber, roll that one more time because you got hit twice.
Oh, okay.
But I'll let him take out whatever. Yeah, you were fine there. Okay. Well, you're fine. Okay. So everybody
These
still has
rocks
bless.
are like nothing to Kimber.
All right. Okay, you done, Theros?
It's all about luck.
Yep. I'm
right,
just going
so
to
we're gonna
engage
skip
the
these
next
two.
one.
All right, Kenna.
Okay. Well, let's do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to start a spell dance, which is something I've never done before.
Okay.
I am choosing to cast Chromatic Orb at the
Okay.
end of next round, and I'll need two of my spell dance points, performance points, to get that. So
Okay.
I move forward, attack with both of my blades, the speed blade and the offhand blade.
And all the rest of you, your jaw just kind of hits the ground as you watch her start this amazing performance
Oh,
of spinning and slashing. But
I
unfortunately,
missed with that one.
you're gonna miss. Yeah.
Offhand, I hit. So I
Yep,
do
that'll
8
hit.
piercing.
8 piercing. Okay.
And let me check my thing real quick here. I think that's going to put me 1 point short of being able to cast it, but let me make sure. could be wrong.
I did check on my kid. Did I miss him?
Ken is doing
You,
a
you
spell
saw your
dance.
kid. It's okay.
Okay. Huh?
Oh. No, sorry, I did that wrong. So I will just do the damage. I will not start the spell dance because I have to choose an enhancement to use with it, and I didn't, and that determines how many points I needed.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So.
Okay.
So I will just smack her with the one sword and miss with the first. So.
All right. Okay.
So 8 points of piercing.
Okay. Good deal. All right, Gror, you're up.
Okay, so I agree with Kenna. If we have to get freaky in a cave with 3 ogresses, we should try new things.
This is
I
new.
never said that. I never said that.
Can I go 2 squares, then jump over the fire pit onto Cardina's head, like an athletics roll?
Jumping.
I'm jumping off of
Hold on just a
Stinkerella
second.
or whatever. So I've got a boost.
Pinkerella.
Yeah, I just need to check and make sure that as far as jumping goes, you can. All right. Okay, yeah, so you're going to move at least 10 feet. You can cover a number of feet. So you get high enough because you'd step up over the top of her. You can cover the number of feet of your strength score.
What's your
3.
strength score, Gror? Not modifier, score.
17.
17, okay. So 17 feet.
It would be like there and then
Okay. And so that's
and then
your action.
if I jumped from there to there, you mean? Or that 17 feet would be my
You're
whole
trying to
action?
jump over the fire, right? So you have to 10 feet, which she's big enough to where you could move to essentially right there,
Okay.
and then leap off of her to jump over the fire, which you location. Yes.
On top of her, grab onto her head.
No, you'd be up since you're a small. You could be up next to her and in that space.
The reason I
Basically
wanted
under-
to jump off of her was to try to gain altitude and try to get up on her shoulders or her back or her chest or her head. Or
Okay, well let's do a grapple. You want to try and do a grapple then?
If I can swing the axe, I'll swing the axe. But if I can't,
You
Nope.
can't because you're taking
Can't.
your action to try and jump.
Yeah,
But I would let you
grapple
do
or
a
attack,
grapple.
yeah.
I don't know how much a grapple's help necessarily with Ogress anyway. If I run along the line of people waiting to hit her here
I mean, you can move.
through all
You
this,
can move up to that
through
location.
all this, do I have to worry about the debris?
No,
Okay. All right, I will do that.
Okay.
And then, can I do this with 2 hands and then re-grab my shield still?
no.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. You could, but
I don't know how
for this
I would.
for this
begin
round, you wouldn't be able to use it as a shield.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. How far can I go and still attack? I guess is my last question.
Up to your movement, which is 25.
It's 5 squares.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can't get there otherwise. That's the only thing I can do. All right, I thought it would. I would have jumped over.
Oh, I'm all for things like that, but unfortunately, it's just too many actions.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's too complex. It's probably because Fleegan's in the way, honestly.
This
I'm
isn't
pretty sure.
Rollmaster, man.
Good point.
I like that kind of stuff, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
All right. So you said it was okay to do 2-handed and then
Yes.
not have the shield the next turn.
have the
I'll keep
shield
the
back,
shield.
Well,
I'll-
for this turn, you wouldn't have the benefit of the shield, but then
Till
you
the start of your next turn. Yeah.
till the start of your
Right.
next turn. Yes.
Right. Yeah, I'll keep the shield and just go
Okay.
one-handed.
Okay.
See, combat is like a relationship to dwarves. They overcomplicate
All right.
it.
Roll
You're
a
gonna hit.
four-sided. No.
Yeah, you can roll a 4-sided. You hit anyway. So.
That was
All right.
funny.
So that's a 14. I didn't hear the joke. I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll your damage. There you go. You rolled attack again. Roll your damage.
Whoops.
7 slashing. Okay.
That's what you get for rolling the wrong number.
All right. Okay. Anything else?
No, not yet.
All right. Kember, you're up.
Wait, actually, I think
Hold
I do
on.
have something else.
Okay, go ahead.
Apologize. I looked at my hit points and went, oh yeah, maybe it is time. I can do second wind now, right?
Sure.
So I roll a d10 plus my level, which I don't know for sure what
Two.
level are.
Level
Two.
Okay. A lot of hit points for level 2.
High Constitution.
That helped. Good though.
Wow. Oh my. Yeah. Okay.
Good thing
go
I
ahead
had that +2. I doubled it. That was-
Heal 4 hit points. All right, Kember, you're up.
Yeah, the joke wasn't that funny. It was timing. So Cruella and Grazit. It's like a demon's name, isn't it?
Rosetta.
All right, so I don't see myself anywhere in that. What do you call it?
You're right here.
Montage of people over there.
You're right here.
There's already a fivesome going on.
We're gonna have to mark this not safe for children. This episode.
Not safe for consumption. That's it.
You know what?
That's every time.
I'm gonna throw a sacred flame at that one. Was it Grisette? Grisetta?
This one. Yeah.
She's the one that hit you with the bag, right?
Yep.
I think it's like greasy too. I think it's Grisette. Grisette.
Here- Oh, I like
I
that.
don't know.
Alright, so I'll sacred flame her, which means she does a dexterity save versus 14 DC.
All right. So that's going to be. Oh nope. So she did not make the save.
She should have had plus.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
crit.
no. I was just bringing it up so I could roll damage.
Okay.
I wish. No, it's only
Yeah,
6.
you
That'd be
wish.
Yeah, that
awesome.
would have been nice, but
I wasted my crit.
6 radiant.
All right. 6 radiant damage come down on this ogre's head. All right. Anything else, Kember?
I feel
Well,
like I should be
Kimber,
doing something else. I'm gonna move.
Just
but
think of it this way: your radiant damage is more than my axe.
The ogre turn.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Snagita is down. Ruinda is going to. Okay, that one needs to go away. That needs to go away. I have too many windows open. Sorry, guys. Hang on a second. Right. All right, my friends. I've been waiting a long time to do this. Where did it go? There it is. There it is. You've done this to me one too many times. It's my turn.
Burning hands. Be able to hit me and or at the most.
So let's see here.
You might be able to again.
Trying to find Uh, oh, there it is. Okay. So let's see here. Okay, okay. So burning
That's
hands.
a dex save.
Yeah. Roar and Kenna to make a dexterity saving throw, please. As she holds her hands out and
shit.
sprays fire against all of you.
And Kenna crit fails.
Yeah.
And don't
Kenna
forget
trips
your
and
blast,
falls on her face.
Gror.
An ad.
Falls
Right.
into the flame.
Can I
Yep.
give
Before
you
side-
my GUI reward?
Yeah, at a
'Cause I'd do that.
Yes.
Before that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I have advantage on an ability check and then youthful vitality. What does that youthful vitality one do for me again?
I think it helps with an acrobatics or athletics check. You
Yeah.
add 2d4.
Yeah,
That's
that's not going to help, but I can do no, have ability check's not a save. Dang, save's not an ability check. Dang it.
Oh,
I got nothing.
yeah, you're gonna get burned.
I'm taking it. Taking
You're
it
gonna
all.
get burned. I'm looking for her DC.
I think Casey likes that.
I can only do it once a day, so I can't even do it again right now. So otherwise I'd have hit the two of them with it.
What do we need to save?
That's what I'm looking at right now. Hang on.
Yeah, it's whatever her spell casting DC is, so.
That's what I'm trying to find. For whatever reason, it's eluding me.
8
It's
plus
8 plus.
her spellcasting
spellcasting
stat modifier.
Yeah, so that's 8 plus 2, so that's 10 plus. Yeah, it's actually a 10.
Yep, it's a 10. So you
Yep.
saved. So you're good, Grower.
Even without the
Okay.
blast.
Oh, I knew I was fine. I was just trying to figure out if
Yeah.
you might be fine somehow.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's going
Not
to
with a
be.
Bless would have still helped you as far as the save goes, right?
no. It maybe if I had rolled max. Yeah.
All right.
Ouch.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. So her.
That puts me
She doesn't have
to
it. So you're gonna take 16.
16.
Is that
I'm down.
Wow.
okay?
I'm down.
And
Kenna
then
drops.
Gror, you're gonna take 7.
She's got the burning hand bad.
Because you fumbled.
Is the
No,
crit fail?
it's
All right.
Oh, she rolled a 14 damage.
Oh no,
That's
she,
pretty
so
substantial.
She rolled a
6 plus
14
2 plus
damage.
6. Oh, it is 14. Yeah, it's 14.
14. Then I'm
Yeah.
still up.
6 plus 2 plus 6.
So that's 3d6. No, you have that. Okay, so that's So
Okay,
yeah,
so I
okay.
still have 2.
Okay, and then Gror took 7. Okay. Alrighty. So then Rosetta is going to take. She threw her handbag. So she's going to grab the umbrella out of Cruenda's hand and try and smack Theros with it.
Bring it on.
Oh, you masher.
I've got resistance to bludgeoning.
And slashing and piercing.
And just about everything else.
And fumble.
Awesome.
Yes.
Oh! Okay, Theros, you're so big and so strong that she goes to smack you with her umbrella and she breaks her hand on you.
She's a delicate thing.
And the umbrella breaks in the process as she splinters her hand, and you hear her yell, "Oh!" It was kind of a wimpy yell as well. That worked very well. All right, Theros, it's your turn to respond.
I will do so. Now it says rest of the encounter and take 1d6 damage. Every round?
Yeah,
Every round.
yeah. She broke her hand
Wow.
bad. Yep.
All right.
That's called a compound fracture right there.
Let's stick it out.
She broke it on your head, man.
All right.
Whack.
Sell that axe, man. Sell that axe.
Yeah, that one's getting sold. Well, I mean, I did a little bit better, but so 10 damage.
Yeah, we'll give that one to the troop. Somebody else can wield it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything
She
else?
actually might. No, I'm just going to keep pressing the attack on her. She actually might end up killing herself just from a broken hand,
Maybe.
given how hard I'm hitting her.
All right. Well, since you're no longer last in line, it finally comes back to Kamiella, who is going to put away her swords, pull out her bow again, and take a shot at Cruenda because magic user, kill the mage, kill the mage.
Mm-hmm. With you on that one.
Oh, nice shot. She's gonna crit Cruenda with her first shot,
Nice.
and she gets a second shot. Oh, she's gonna miss with the second one. She was so excited about the first shot hitting so well, she missed with the second one. But she does 14 points of damage with the first shot, and Cruenda kind of staggers her around a little bit. That hurt. That hurt bad. All right, Fleegan, you're up.
All right. Well, there's a big fire pit in the way, so I'll just come over here and throw a couple daggers at the whoever that lady is.
You've thrown a lot of daggers. Do you have any left?
I've only thrown 4. These are my
Okay.
last 2.
All right.
So after this, you start biting ogres?
No, then you pull out my serrated dagger, my Serric iron dagger. Or throw them, I'm not sure which.
Go ahead and do your D4 on that one.
You better get the D4. Oh,
No.
No.
So that's in the wood pile behind her somewhere.
I mean, I think we all can see who the gods really love here, right? I mean,
I think you're right. That one's
Yeah,
gonna
they
hit,
love
though.
they love his offhand. So
I don't want to know what he's doing with his
Phrasing.
offhand.
Crazy.
yeah, praising Kismet.
everybody's offhand has been more effective.
You get sneak
anyway.
attack on that too.
Sneak attack!
Oh, so total points of damage.
Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, she's not dead. Not dead yet, but she's looking very, very bloody and probably not able to cast another spell here pretty quick. So, Fleegan, you done?
That's it. I'm done.
All right, Kenna,
I'll do stabby
hanging on by a
stabby.
thread.
Yeah, I'll do stabby stabby. Does that hit?
All right. Yep, you're gonna go ahead and stab her in retaliation, and you're gonna take her down.
Good. Then I'm going to step back here and put my second sword away and start getting ready to cast Cure on myself.
Okay.
Whimper a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, whimper a little.
We'll put trying to get the flames out that were.
I've stopped,
kindling.
dropped, and rolled. Yeah, I
Yeah.
stopped, dropped, and rolled over to that point. That's
That works. All right, Gror.
Casey, how does the Fool Stone thing work? Is it like an extra action that doesn't cost you one, or does it cost an action?
I don't remember. I
You
gotta
use
go
the
look at it.
healing one.
It's
By the way,
the
which
I
way
think
does
it's an action.
the ogre fall?
Oh yeah, roll a d12, Kenna.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
But that almost got me.
Almost, but not quite. She falls over towards the oven.
Head first into the fireplace.
Yeah. Well, not into the fireplace. She falls over here.
Yep.
So
Stove.
head first into
whatever. Yep.
to the oven. It's not on.
What
All
we do
right.
with witches.
Burn her. The full stone can be used for 3 times.
Build a bridge out of it.
I would assume it's an action. So you would need an action to be able to use it.
Okay. I'll use it as my first action, and then I'll do action surge to get a second action, I
Okay.
guess.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Same time. So it says heal any within 30 feet 1d8 plus 3.
Okay.
It says using one of the effects requires an action.
Okay.
So yes,
So
it's
everybody within 30 feet. It should be everybody.
Everybody within 30 feet? Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right
So-
there in plain as day, right there at the end of that sentence. I did not read it. Okay.
Damn those last sentences.
It is right there, Casey. It's everybody within 30 feet. Or is it one person within 30 feet?
Believe the way it's written, it's all.
It says 1d8 plus 3 hit points to any number of characters
Any number.
elected by the
Okay.
bearer within
That's what I
30
thought.
feet of the stone.
You know, I might have had delusions of grandeur. I thought we should check just in case. And then add 3 to that.
So
So
let me
10.
do. Hold on a second. Let me give you an aura here just to make sure. I mean, I guess you could move to encompass everybody if you want to, but
Yeah, I could move
Um,
over one more if need be. But pretty sure that
action surge. Okay.
with action search.
All right, that's gonna hit. You don't even have to roll your bless. 11.
Nice.
Wow, that's a nice hit.
And you can add more damage if you want, because I'm dwarven stepping in front of her. It probably
I'll take that.
intimidates her.
Don't worry, I take that into account. So,
Yeah.
so
And ignores it. So, you know.
Gror establishes himself as a mighty healer, flourishing dwarven stomping ogre, crawling, slashing, mighty MVP at this point, right? All right,
That was
Kimber.
that was 2 of the uses of the stone today. I healed everybody once earlier in the other fight
Yeah.
too. So there's only
Yeah.
one left.
Yep.
If it matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it
as
does.
you can tell, this is a brutal fight. You need it. So, Kimber, you're up.
Right, I'm going to flank Grisetta, I think we came up with.
What are you doing?
Greasy hoe.
Just don't call her late for dinner.
He is going to smack her with his mace because that's what he does, because he's good at killing Sturgis with them.
Hmm.
So go ahead.
Because he's
9
learning to be a
bludgeoning
dwarven
damage.
warrior.
Good smack.
That's a nice shot.
He's becoming a dwarven warrior, I'm telling you.
All right. He hits her up.
Teacher.
He hits her upside the back of the head with that, which does not make her very happy, but she kind of staggers around a little bit from that smack. Anything else?
Nope.
No. And with that, she's going to turn around and she's going to punch you, Kimber.
He has a broken hand.
Yeah, she's going to take a d6 damage too.
That's
while
right. She does
doing
take a
it.
d6 damage with her other hand.
But on the other hand,
But
All right, take 3 damage. All right, and so she's got disadvantage on trying to attack you. I'm gonna roll the umbrella, but yep, it's a good thing she has disadvantage because she misses because of it. So she tries
Remind
to
me.
hit you with her hand, and she is unable to do as such. What's that?
Remind me never to get that fumble.
yeah, no doubt.
Right. Yeah, that one hurt. All right. Well, I guess that comes to Theros then.
All right, let's see if this. I'll give this axe one more chance to do some serious damage.
Or not.
Or not.
Roll your d4.
Or not.
check her again. The second one always hits.
At that point, he's just like throws it in the fire and grabs Graxel.
We're gonna switch over to Graxel next time.
So you're telling me this thing's magic? I'm not sure. I don't-
I don't get
Ceric Iron.
Ceric Iron is not magic. It's just not as good as Graxel. I mean, you see, sometimes you can have something that has sentimental value and it does a whole lot better. So Kamiala is absolutely done with this fight. I mean, so much has happened, and she's going to take a shot, and she's going to roll another natural 20.
Nice.
Her
She
first
showed
arrow
us
is
who's
going to...
boss.
her first arrow is going to go right through the left eye, and her second arrow, she's going to roll a 27. It's going to go through the right eye.
Jeez.
Yeah, she completely overkilled this thing by, I don't know, about 20 hit points of damage. So Rosetta goes down. Boom, boom, done. Congratulations. You killed all of the ogres in this room. So
I'm curing
Forget to
wounds
check
on
where she
myself.
falls.
Oh yes, that's right. So
My hit Fleegan.
Yeah, that would be impressive.
roll 10. That's gonna fall on
By
nobody.
In the fire.
Yeah, it's gonna fall into the fire.
Right
kind
between
of.
the two of you into the fire. Yep.
Yeah, right into the end of the fire, and her hair starts catching on fire, and it smells horrible.
Well, it already smelled
Absolutely
horrible.
I can kick her head out of the fire.
No,
quick.
no, just let it.
I don't want to smell that. No, that's terrible.
Actually, you probably want to kick it out of there because it really does not smell good at all. It's kind of making your
okay.
stomach turn a bit. All right, so
I
need
cast
to stop
Cure
this
Wounds
music.
on myself, so.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay.
I saw
I'm gonna
that.
dwarven and encourage Kimber to join.
I will come
I
over.
look at Kimber from across the room and do the no, don't do that.
Yeah, I move over and start stomping sturgeons.
Woohoo!
Wish.
Start.
Well, yeah, managed to defeat these ogres and their sturges and their greenspine panther and for the first time you've seen Kamiala actually smiles. Doesn't say a whole lot, as you can tell. She's not a half elf of many words, but she kind of smiles. So what do you guys do?
Pick
It's
up
a
my
dwarven
daggers.
stomp.
Kind of creeped by the smell after all that bloody battle we were in and bad puns, and she smiles. So creeped by that.
It's the puns that got to her.
Yeah,
Casey, can
I think we
Bro
need to check the
recover
next room,
Yeah.
guys.
striking
Yes.
arrow?
Bodies.
We made a lot of commotion.
Yeah, let's and move over there.
Yep, you can recover your arrows. None of them are broken. You get the striking arrow back. That's fine.
Sorry, it's going into ogre time. We better move on.
Right, so
Ogre time.
2 minutes remaining.
all right. I didn't mean to close all of those. Why did I do that? Okay.
Mm.
Oh, all right. Looting the bodies. What do we find here? All right. Let's do this. Do.
Ugh. Okay, so I'm taking the coins and not anything else from that.
All right. On this one, the jar of live sturges. Obviously, she threw at you. So that one doesn't exist. So that was.
Oh, she has a pink garnet in her engagement ring.
Yeah, that's ours now.
Is that even ogre size or is it human size?
Oh, ogre size for a big hand.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, yeah. So the leather handbag was full of 20 polished rocks, which made it so heavy. Corked metal bottle of horrid smelling substance, ogre perfume, a hunk of smelly cheese, a large chunk of dried meat, a whole bunch of cops, sylves, and leks and golds, a bone dress, a large rolling pin, a tin of spices, a large jar of pig lard, chopped onions, mushrooms, a big sack of potatoes, which is scattered all over the floor, a
Mhm.
big bag of flour. The jar of Sturges has been smashed, a big silver ring with a pink garnet, silver hoop earrings, a leather pouch with 33 silvers, 12 blacks, and 8 golds, and then a hide dress up with bone ornaments, big umbrella, a stuffed teddy bear made from furs that has fleas on it, a tin of red powder, which is ogre blush, silver earrings, a large bronze necklace with a red stone pendant, and a large pouch with 19 cups, 17 silvers, and 18 golds. So a lot of money.
Yeah, taking the money and the jewels and nothing else because the rest of it's crap.
Right.
The big ring. We should take the big ring.
I'm-
and
Oh
the
yeah,
pendant.
that's
Oh, the big
jewelry.
ring.
I got that.
Okay, all right.
I think the big tin of red powder actually might be useful.
Yeah, we could put it on you.
I'm
and
gonna-
You're going to use the blush?
I'm going to take the blush, and if we ever need to, we can blow it in
Wait.
somebody's face.
I think doesn't Fleegan need a new teddy bear too?
I was
Nah,
gonna
mine
say,
keeps coming
you need
back.
the teddy bear.
No. No.
All right. Okay, so what do you guys do now?
Hey, we
Let's move
head
into
down
the
and
next
check
room.
out
Okay.
Slowly and carefully, because
Okay.
I'm sure-
Well, you leave the big cave and enter a runs for about 30 feet before what looks like a covering to space.
the on top of Legan again. There we
What are you going to do?
Because
Okay.
it's a hallway.
Head the way.
Yeah.
Lead the way, man.
Perception, please. We haven't done a lot of dungeon crawling in this.
No, we have not.
No,
we've
not
been
in a
doing a
while.
lot more. First,
It's fun.
Crawling.
Don't.
I will make my way down and see what the hallways.
Go ahead and stealth check for me, please. The hallway says you don't can encounter any traps, and you move decently quietly down the hall. Nothing comes out and goes boo behind.
No bone hands.
Ugh.
Nope.
All right. What's at the end?
Let's see. Okay, I move you through. You go. Do you look through? course you look
Is that a door?
Curtain.
I will look through.
It's
Or a curtain.
It was basically a curtain.
Yes,
okay.
I will slowly open and peek in.
Okay, so you can see that, right? I'm looking at what
Yes.
you can see right now. Yes. Okay. All right. So, yeah, this rug is hung from metal rings on a long wooden pole that is attached over the door. The carpet has been slit down the middle, and it looks to have been a rather fine rug that could have laid upon a floor of a noble's mansion. You part the rug to reveal this. There we go. There we go. You part the rug to reveal another large cave with 3 beds where the monsters, the ogres, sleep. Each bed is made from a few ornate rugs laid atop one another and covered with animal skins and filthy blankets. The room smells strongly of awful and horrible body odor. It's nearly overwhelming. So you would have disadvantage on all attacks, saving throws, and ability checks in this room. Okay? From the horrible stench. In the back of the cave, you can see a rather small adjacent cave that is about 8 feet around, and in the center of the smaller cave is the bottom half of a keg sitting on the floor. Another cave passage opening is in the northeast, and this opening is mostly covered by a large flat platform made from wood boards nailed together. Looking at it, you think it might be the bottom of a wagon. And there's writing on the face of the wagon. Or writing on the face of the wood in what looks like charcoal.
Bendis or knees kill you. Okay, I guess Tara should open that door first.
I will go back through the curtain. It says, "I found the bed.
Oh, God.
There's one more room after this. There's no ogres in here."
But what if there's something behind that door still?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
I'm saying there's probably an ogre back there because it's written in some kind of writing.
Did you check that green bottle too?
I didn't say there was a green bottle, did I?
That was the keg. So there was a half of a keg sitting there back in that
Okay.
corner.
Makes
So
sense.
I'm not going in this room by myself because you guys need to smell this.
Yeah, I wrap a bandana or something across my face to help with the stench,
Okay.
and I'll follow him in.
Or we'll go for have a now.
Tara, relative
And I'm
wagon too.
and since I start ogre, I can handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Smells like your bedroom.
All right. The smell is still severe, but and it actually the thing helps enough to where you don't have disadvantage at this point.
Okay.
Hey,
So.
Kenna knows what smells like.
Wyatt.
So this is obviously the bedroom of the huge monsters, and each bed is made from 6 or 7 once fine floor rugs that have been laid on top of each other.
And
They
no
are
longer
all
fine.
about the same size, perhaps 8 foot by 10 feet. There are animal skins, winter cloaks, and horse blankets that have been crudely sewn together to make bedclothes. The sleeping area are totally filthy, smelly, and disgusting, replete with dry mucus slime, greenish-brown stains, crusty dried mud, old blood stains, crumbs of dried meat, and other unidentifiable organic markings.
You could have stopped halfway through that list. Bull.
It's a bedroom for ogres, and there were
Did
female
anybody bring
ogres
the?
and male ogres and other things like that.
I
We need
don't wanna
that special
know.
light to check the cave, the ultraviolet light kind of thing to look for
No,
evidence.
we don't want that. No.
It's
No.
like a Jackson Pollock painting in here. All right. There isn't much in the room of interest except that sitting next to the large bed on a flat-topped rock is a large glass jar with a metal lid right over here. Right here. Right.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
It's their
Come,
chamber
we're not
pot.
coming in the cave.
Well, Kimber and Kamiel haven't come down here yet, unless Kimber
Okay.
wants to come down here.
Yeah.
I thought he was just smarter than that. That's all. I knew he knew better, but
Well, I also had the picture
I thought-
inflated.
remember, move.
Move.
So she falls along there.
So the that glass opening it.
Well, the glass jar is interesting because it looks as if there is a small green, gooey green, cube-shaped gelatinous cube inside this jar, and there's a platinum piece suspended in the middle of it.
That is interesting.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm not going to open it up, but should we take it with us?
I think so.
I mean, it's small, that tiny of a... Huh. He's keeping a pet gelatinous cube. It's actually interesting to me. Yeah, I guess we'll take the jar.
Okay.
Carefully not to break it. Wrap it in some cloth. Put it in my bag.
Okay. All right. You do as such. So you have yourself a little gelatinous cube,
Okay.
and
Don't forget to feed it.
yeah, a little birdie wanted me to tell you that its name is Goober.
Goober. Got it. That makes sense.
All right. Was Groar checking out that platform? Is that what you said?
Their door over here.
That over there.
Yep.
Yeah. So as you get closer to it, it actually it's the carriage, the wheels and undercarriage of a wagon that looks like it's been leaned up against the wall, and then written on the bottom of it is obviously, don't open this or me's kill you sort of thing. So no open dis or me's kill you.
You want to check for traps?
But I don't really want to necessarily trust it. I'll ask Fleegan to come examine. It seems a bit too easy.
Sure, I'll take
If you can catch a gelatinous cube, you could probably trap a wagon bottom. You know.
Gelatinous cubes are
Is it trapped?
overrated.
You have
helping him.
absolutely no idea if it's trapped or not.
Casey, I'm helping him do that.
Oh,
Right
you're
there with-
helping him do that.
Okay. I'm helping him with the wagon bottom.
Yeah, it's you have absolutely no idea if it's trapped or not, and Groar nudges you a little bit, and you kind of slip and smash into it a little bit, and that pretty much indicated to you that it's not trapped because you, when he tried, I put in air quotations to help you. He basically helped you into trying to trigger the trap and didn't find any trap. If that makes sense.
That was a great job, Fleegan.
So
Yeah, thanks
you
for-
think the little cube is going to be our coin polisher?
It does. The coin looks very shiny inside it.
Yeah, it. I mean, they don't they dissolve organic matter though? So we'll have to feed it. I'm gonna have to do some research and figure out what to do with this thing.
I'm surprised that this room's not cleaner with it.
Well, they obviously haven't let it out.
Is the door trapped or locked? I mean, is it a
No,
door?
it's just
leaning.
it's a wagon that's leaned up against a what looks to be probably some sort of passage or something.
Okay. Go ahead and open it. I don't think I can.
Man, it's just wood, so it's probably heavy, but not that heavy. I think a 17 strength. Be able to lean it probably. Does it look manageable?
Yeah, it looks like you might be able to just kind of push it out of the way.
I'm gonna open it and basically put it on the wall over by where Groar is, but expose Fleegan to open in case
Something comes out.
something jumps out.
All right,
Yeah.
just so
Yeah, Balverine
Wow,
or
with friends
something.
like you, Groar.
nice.
I mean, he checked it for traps. He deserves whatever is in there. You know. I mean.
All right. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Oh. Yikes! Sorry, Fleegan.
Oh wait, wait what?
Oh,
That was a interesting click. So,
Eldritch bolt of clean energy.
that was actually a Freudian slip right there. I'm having trouble getting. Sometimes 20 drives me crazy.
Well,
All right.
my wife wears
Okay, there we go.
Freudian slips too, and it drives me crazy.
So you slide away. You slide that out of the way, and I don't have a bear token, so I'm going to put Bruanu there, which is a bear. So the opening leads directly into a small cave about 12 feet around with a 10-foot ceiling that is rather dark. But right in front of you, standing on two legs, is a huge bear. And its deafening roar echoes through the cave as it attacks. Go ahead and roll initiative, please.
I think we should call in the ranger for that.
I hope this ranger rolls a good initiative. That's all I know.
With the crits that she's been getting, I hope so too.
Right, where is she?
We could get her bear a mate this way, and she'll be really happy.
I need to get on the correct.
Unless they're both males.
You know
Oh,
what
did
kind
that
of
go in the wrong spot?
what kind of bear that ogres keep as
I see.
as pets?
There we go.
What?
Must. You know what kind of bears ogres keep as pets, right? It's got to be a poo bear.
Oh.
Can someone please mute him?
They're not booing, they're saying poo.
No,
poo.
they're booing.
Could you, bear us the
Hey,
puns
hey,
from
hey.
now on?
You can't bear anymore. Is that what you mean?
So actually, Kamiala gets to go. I'm just not even dignifying you guys with a response to all of this chatter.
Ignore.
Yeah, Kamiala. She sees the bear there, and the bear roar out. She goes to grab her bow, and then she just stops, like frozen. Theros, you're up.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Whoa. I go first. How'd that happen?
1/100th
All right.
of an initiative roll. Awesome.
All right, so she is knocked an arrow, but then she's frozen.
Yeah.
Stopped.
Yeah, she just stops before she takes a shot at it.
Does she have fear in her face?
Well, we're in the middle of combat, so it's hard to tell. You have to make a decision on whether you're going to attack or not.
I will go up and engage the bear, but not attack.
Okay.
Like, talk to him or tickle him.
Well, basically, if the bear's going to attack one, he's going to attack me. Well, except for I just come around the corner and there's Gror.
You can get by me.
Yeah, you can slip by.
All right,
Okay.
and I will go up to the bear, and I will, if it's going to attack someone, it's going to attack me.
All right, but not engaged.
You could take the dodge action, which will increase your armor class. Gives them disadvantage to attack you, or how does dodge work again? Dang it.
I
It's
will also.
disadvantage, I'm looking.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I think it's disadvantage, but
Disadvantage. Let's see.
I will
Disadvantage.
do that. I will do that then.
And you make dexterity saving throws with advantage.
okay.
Okay. All right, then
So I'll
Gror.
do that.
Okay. Gror.
Can I get past Theros into the cave also and be the other person it might attack?
Yeah, I think you could slip by him. You're small enough.
I'm not crawling through his arrow slot or anything. I just
Yes,
mean like
dwarves are
standing
medium, not
upright.
small.
Yeah, it's just I think that this
Yeah.
opening is wide enough to where you
Okay.
should be. So. Okay.
Don't hit him.
And what
But
are you doing?
again, showing great respect to the bear for the most part. Showing my hands so that he doesn't see me as threatening. A lower and exposing the palms, and trying to calm him.
Okay.
Ready to dodge too.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll let you do both of those. Okay, Kenna, what do you do?
I say, guys, don't attack the bear. Looking at the way our wood elf friend there reacted, I'm like, can you do something to save that bear so we don't have to kill it?
She throws her head back at this point and starts laughing, which is the weirdest sound that you would ever expect coming from her.
And the hairs on the back of her neck, Kenna's neck, stand on end. What the?
I'm just glad I can't see that. That's scary as it is.
And you all just stop. I mean, because it was the weirdest thing, and you just kind of you actually chance the opportunity to look back at her and take your eyes off of the bear that roared out, and all of a sudden you realize the bear hasn't moved at all. And though none of you actually
There's no
attacked
saving
the
it.
thing, it becomes very apparent to Gror, who's standing right next to it, and Theros, who's standing right in front of it, that it's a stuffed bear.
Oh, jeez.
Put all along.
That was my first guess. The second guess was I thought it was an ogre turned into a bear.
Didn't you say it roared?
It did roar, which is the strangest thing, but Kenna being magical, it occurs to her all of a sudden that there must have been a spell or something cast on this thing that makes it
Like
roar.
magic mouth or something. There's a spell that does that. Yeah.
So there you go. It's a stuffed bear.
Times.
Well, Theros, why don't you go ahead and manhandle that out of the way,
Yeah.
and let's see what's in there.
Can we take it with us? I think the troop could use a big stuffed Pooh
Does it
bear.
look like it's in good shape?
Yeah, it's in great shape.
Yeah.
Smells like ogre.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
smells pretty bad.
I
but,
can press to digitate the smell away.
If there's one spell cast in here, we maybe want to be careful there's not another.
I
Alright.
think you're probably okay.
So this area appears to be some kind of ogre treasure room. There's a number of kegs and boxes and a big chest and tapestries and rugs and numbers of weapons and all kinds of things in this room.
Is there enough coins to swim in?
Probably
Potentially.
Okay.
Potentially.
Ducks treasure rooms are like that.
So, do you guys go ahead and check out the room then?
I mean, we're scanning
We
it
have
for
to.
certain right now.
I believe the term is let's Greyhawk this room and get out of here.
Greyhawk.
All right.
Sorry, some of us are old enough to remember Greyhawk.
My Wednesday game is in Greyhawk that I
Oh
wrote.
yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
Right. A minute. Okay, so I'm going to link this to you. So,
Okay.
some kind of large ogre treasure room. If you search the cave, you find a number of kegs, boxes, some rolled up rugs and tapestries, a fair number of weapons protruding from a pair of barrels, a box full of iron pots and pans, a smashed unstrung harp, a huge chain shirt, 2 medium-sized chain shirts, a special item, small leather armor +1, which I will link to you here.
Halfling size. Okay.
Halfling sized. I wonder where that came from.
Yeah.
There too.
Gee, I wonder.
Imagine that. A set of studded leather armor, 2 circular shields emblazoned with the symbol of Ordain, a buckler emblazoned with the symbol of Radian, a few dented metal helmets, a suit of scale mail, 3 quivers filled with arrows, a big wooden box filled with all manner of clothes, more than a few pairs of boots and shoes scattered about, a cracked statue of a woman about 3 foot in height, 3 saddles, a pair of silver candlesticks, and a tarnished and covered in dust, and a large chest with a big padlock on it.
All right.
Padlock.
Something for Fleegan to do.
Take your pick.
How about I look to see if there's traps first?
That would be great.
Okay. Check for traps. Okay.
I walk over
Well-
to Carmela and I'm like, I didn't get a good look at it. I didn't realize that there was stuff there.
The ogres aren't smart enough to be able to trap a lock, so it is not trapped.
But they are smart enough to lock a chest.
Oh yeah,
Or
they have
they
a lock
haven't-
on the chest.
Or
Let's
they
see if
haven't
we can
figured
get
out how
open
to
it.
unlock it. But I'm.
Well, they
Sleight
probably
of
took it
hand?
from somebody.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I wanted to check for traps because if they didn't get it open the first time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, you're actually able to pick the lock. I'm assuming you have thieves' tools.
Yeah, I assume I do too.
I'll sniff
Yeah,
at
you're
the
able to
barrels.
pick the lock on the chest. And when you,
Because
I
I'm that
assume,
good.
What do we have?
do you open the
inside?
chest?
Yes, open the chest confidently because I'm Fliegen.
All right. Well, your guys' first treasure chest, I think. Lining up a I trust word you swing it, actually, a coin are special item short sword +1, a
Oh, nice.
special item dark silver ring +1, a special item pendant, and we don't have to go through the whole process of identifying because that will come soon enough.
I can do that at our
Um,
leisure.
Um, in the chest are at least 200 cops, at least almost 400 sylvs, at least 200 plus L's, somewhere around 250 golds, and 20 plus plats.
Well, I think our wood elf friend should get a pick of some of this if she desires any.
She's actually quite happy that you guys took care of these ogres, and she's not too concerned about money at this point as much as how much better the forest is going to be now that you've taken them out. But she does kind of nudge you about making haste to get back to the troop.
Can we make the wagon serviceable to use again?
No, actually, I told you wrong. The wheels have been ripped off and they're nowhere to
Got
be
it.
found.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, no, there are no wheels on the bottom of it. It was the wheels had been ripped off. I just read it wrong.
Casey, was the symbol that the couriers had the symbol of war as well?
Can't remember.
Checking.
I don't
I
know
can't
what
remember.
I wrote there. I want to look back,
Top of my
so
head, I
maybe Lee will find it.
maybe, yeah. Okay. All right. I need Fleegan to give me a perception check. Actually, I need Kember to give me a perception check, not Fleegan. Sorry, Kember.
All right.
All right. You notice over in the corner. You kind of notice over in the corner as the rest of them are kind of entranced with this. A nearly invisible, crumpled up piece of paper beneath a bunch of dirt.
I'll cautiously examine it, hoping it's not something they wipe their butt with.
That's probably a good thing.
Checking. Not that they did that.
Yeah, it's a crumpled up piece of paper covered in dust, and it feels as if something hard is contained inside the crushed wad of paper.
I'm not trying to hide it, so I'll stand up and start turning towards the party as I'm opening this thing up to look see what's inside.
Okay. The paper unwraps to reveal a rather large metal key that looks to be made of dark silver, and it's about 3 inches long. It's rather ornate in design, with a flourished treatment on the tab consisting of a small crescent that overlaps with each other, and inscribed on the back of the key is the word Draneth. As you regard the key, you realize there are scrawlings on the paper as well, and it almost appears to be the map of some kind with writing on the side of it. And the words are in common.
Oh, I'll definitely read it, and then I'm sure the party is still enthralled with a chest full of coins, but
Yeah.
I will definitely show this to them when that thrill is gone.
Yeah, it
Let's start
reads
packing
the...
up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read it, but it's
Yeah.
a little bigger, the cursive stuff.
Yeah. Let me get it out real quick here. I'm having trouble reading it on the screen too.
Hey, whoever wrote this, there's some bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. So, sorry, the light's not very good in here.
Well, we can read this later when we're back
Yeah.
at camp. So,
Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get
Yep.
that out for you. Yeah, I need better light. My old eyes are not working very well here.
Don't worry about it.
So
Okay.
all I read is that some people were burned up, others were gutted.
Cut in half. Yeah.
And then he says, "I'll never enter this cursed place." Set his foot again in the cursed place.
Yeah.
So wonder what they were there for, though.
Don't know, but the map has a black door, and it says that the key might be for the black door. So
Maybe
hold
it's
on
to
it.
that tower that's nearby.
Yeah, it's basically the story of something that he witnessed. So, all right. So basically, there's a whole bunch of stuff in this room,
Mhm.
and I can link that in there. But ultimately, you have a decision to make. It's snowing heavy. You need to get back to the troop. You've accomplished your goal. You have all of the material that you need to get back to them.
We also have horses. So
You have horses, but just the weight of this chest with all of the coin in it, it's almost impossible to move without 2 to 3 of you having to drag and pull it. It weighs so much.
Do we
Should
still
we
have
just-
a bag of holding?
Bag
yes,
of holding. You have a bag of
Yes.
holding?
I
We have
do.
a
We got it
backpack
earlier.
of-
A handy haversack.
It's just a haversack, yeah.
Yes.
But it might have limits on how much it can take, perhaps.
Checking.
It does.
Right, but
But we can still put quite a bit in there.
we just turn it there and turn the chest over and just pour it in.
Handy haversack. Do.
I'm looking too.
Each side. Okay, so each side pouch can hold 20 pounds of material, not to exceed 2 cubic feet of volume. The large central pouch can hold up to 8 cubic feet, or 80 pounds of material.
Okay.
The backpack always weighs 5 pounds, regardless of its contents.
So you can get quite a few of those coins, but not all of them. I mean, we're looking at the weight of all of that stuff, and I don't have the number in front of me, but it's pretty severe. So
Well, we'll
um,
top off the haversack.
put all the coins you can in there.
Yep, and all of the
Okay.
the two side each side pouch. So
All right, I'll get that figured out in the meantime. Okay.
Is there any
prioritizing gold and plats.
Yeah, definitely. Is there any writing or inscriptions inside of those shields that had crests on them?
I'm seeing no reference to from the stuff we got from the group of adventurers, the guild.
It had the symbol of the place we're going to. I just didn't remember where we're going to.
Oh, that's Pronadal.
Okay, then these two are not of Pronadal. They're two different cities.
Yep.
Okay. We don't necessarily need to take those with us by any stretch.
Yeah, I mean anything that's not exceptional, I wouldn't even bother.
I mean, we could use some arrows at the very, most, and then the magical crap that's, candlesticks, saddles. Maybe we need saddles.
Yeah, League and
The
Union
horses
shirts.
have saddles.
Green shirts and stuffed bears. Kidding.
Oh, nice.
Fleegan
Well,
found a
that
dagger
takes a
plus
chest. I mean, if that sack can take about 120 pounds worth of coinage.
Yep.
I mean, how much does that lighten up that chest?
It's decent, probably about half of it. So I mean, enough
So
to get
that's about
enough to get the
250
shines, enough to
pounds.
get the shines and the golds and everything out of it for
If
sure.
we make like a kind of like a stretch or something, I have pieces of wood in here and things like that, and drag them behind
That's
the horses.
gonna take a long time. to
I'm-
in
do,
the
I think.
snow and the terrain, it would be too rough, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We're probably going to cross that log again. I mean,
Oh yeah. Maybe the ranger knows a better way. Maybe we've circled and the ranger can get us back faster.
Well, I think she's going to get us back faster, but I think we're not going to be able to take it all. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think we need most of it anyway.
that's why I said prioritize the golds and the plats and
Right?
Well, the rugs
the magic stuff.
Rugs could hold a lot of stuff. Use them, kind of fold them up, tie them to the side of the
Those are
horses.
really heavy, though. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've
you're
ever
The
gonna-
leather armor.
rug. It's not light.
Yeah,
Leather
it's-
armor for Fleegan would be good, at least too, though.
I already
As
have
long as we
leather
don't
armor,
ride the horses, they
bludgeoning
can carry a lot.
resistance.
Not +1, right?
Yeah, the
gives
horses
me
are
a
also
+1.
carrying all of our wood and,
Oh.
and the deer and all of that too.
Okay,
But you're
so
carrying
leave
the wood.
those.
Didn't you know?
So the
So, yeah,
bottom line with all of it is that it's snowing really heavy. You're gonna have to truck back through the snow. You've got to
Let's get back
carry
out of
all of this
Dodge.
stuff.
Yeah.
You've got to get back there. I mean, basically, night has fallen at this point. Your friends are getting hungry and cold, and so
Yeah.
grab what's of value and get out of there. So you found some really nice items. You got a bunch of coin, which I can figure out, and that's about all you can probably take with you. And Kamiala is actually basically prodding you at this point, saying, if you're going to get back and you're going to get back without
Yep.
turning into an icicle,
No.
you need to leave now.
Well, if
Yeah.
your bear friend does not have a nice hibernation cave to go to, this is pretty big.
Might be worth cleaning out or lighting on fire, one of the two.
Might light it on fire to clean it out.
That might be the
there you
best
go.
way to clean it out.
Burn it with fire.
I
She
mean, it's a
obviously-
spider.
She obviously can come back and take all the coins that we don't take for
Sure,
her
yep.
people or whatever. I mean,
Yep.
Can use that.
So load up. Let's get out of here.
All right. So as you guys make your way back out, you try and utilize the horses to be able to, carry some of the things you need, and you quickly realize that these horses were not raised or
As pack
trained
animals.
as pack animals, and so even if you tried to use them to drag some of this stuff, they would not have taken
Cooperated.
kindly to that. Yeah, cooperated with that. Also, when you get outside, whereas before when you went in, the snow wasn't quite sticking. It's actually started to pile up, and there's a good 3 inches of snow on the ground already. You have, according to Kamiala, you have probably about a half an hour walk back to camp from this location, and but the snow's just coming down in sheets at this point. It's considerably colder, and it's dark. The cloud cover has really darkened things out, so it's going to be a trug to try and get back. So she's able to kind of guide you into the forest and get you back where you need to go. Did you want to do anything else in the forest, or were you just wanting to get back?
I think we already
just wanna
grabbed all
get
our
back.
stuff because she brought us
Yeah.
the wood, so
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
time
think
to
we
get
need
back.
anything. Got treasure and experience and a new friend. What more could you ask?
Well, she's able to guide you back to the road.
Who
Let me
has the
go
jar with the
ahead.
gelatinous cube in it?
I do.
Okay.
kinda
For
cute.
now, I'm gonna move you guys back to the main map. Hope it doesn't break everybody's computer.
Mm.
Um,
Surprisingly, it did mine. Mine's old.
she leads you down towards kind of the southwest to an area that eventually takes you back to the road through an entrance into the forest, different from where you came. And she puts you on the road and motions that she needs. Well, she mentions that she needs to get back to her companions, and that all you need to do is just head up the road from there. But there's almost a foot of snow on the road at this point, so you're having to really work your way through, stepping through the snow as you're moving forward. But she says, it's but probably a mile up the road where camp is at this point. So just follow the road up along the way, and you should be able to find it, no problem.
I know there are.
She bids you.
I think Fleegan's
Farewell.
attacking her for some reason.
I say I know there are messengers that run up and down this road, but maybe you don't want them to know that you are here. Is there anything we can do for you? We're headed to Prondadol. Perhaps there's a message or there's someone there you would like us to pass on, or anything we can do for you?
I have no dealings with those of settlements. I live in the woods, and so therefore you have done the service that I require, and you've become a great friend. And I will take my leave from you now. Get back to your friends. I don't want you to get stuck out here.
Or wants to offer her his hand in friendship to shake it and thank her.
She takes your hand very gently, and but with a grip that's much stronger than you would have thought, and nods in respect.
As I thank you, and may all those treasures we leave behind be yours and benefit your people.
I think they can become quite useful, and I appreciate your assistance. But more than that, you have helped free this wood from a great menace, and Cephalanea will smile upon your deeds this day.
I will never forget
Cephalanea's always-
Cephalanea.
May Cephalanea always guide your hand.
And you as well. Get on.
Yes.
I need to get
Let's
back
go.
in. Okay. So,
Chop, chop, guys. Chop, chop.
all right. Well, you head back towards the camp, and though it's snowing hard and there's quite nip of chill in the air, you're definitely excited to show Mother and Kalnassi and the rest of the troop your finds. I mean, you guys have a great bit of treasure to be able to bring back, plus all the stuff that they sent you to do. Everyone is going to want to hear your tale,
Yes.
and it's gonna be a grand night at the tent fire. Never has a group of Frenta brought such a bounty back to the troop, and you are so excited about being able to tell them this.
I
But I'll tell
start
you, the
with-
wind. What's that?
I start with how badly Sturges suck.
But figuratively and literally.
Yes, I know. Oh, that one's gonna go down in the history books.
I was gonna tell him how a lady gave him wood.
Oh no!
Oh.
And that's
But
why
I'm
this is not for kids.
Kenna may
Oh.
retire early and just like not have to deal with any of that.
Your comments are so hitting me so hard. Yes, the wind is blowing more strongly now, and the gusty breaths are giving way to a more consistent push of wind, and the snow is actually starting to come kind of sideways in a squall sort of situation. It takes you a bit of time to get down the road to camp as the snow is falling very heavy and driven by the wind. And as you near the area where the camp was made, you can start to smell smoke. And as you get a little bit farther, the smoke becomes a bit more thick, more than what you would think would be standard campfires.
Oh, no.
And you actually begin to see the glow of a large fire. And it's coming from the direction of the camp. And you realize it's far too big to be the tent fire. What do you do?
Full speed.
Take off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
As fast as you
Theros
can.
I'll be
Theros gets up in front of you and is really trying to kind of break through the snow drifts as you're moving as fast as you can. And your legs are burning from the exertion, but your heart's kind of stopping your chest as you can't even imagine what could be causing this at this point. You know,
We riding
fearing.
the horses, Casey?
What's that?
We
We
have
riding the
yeah.
horses?
You have most of the stuff that you gathered from the camp.
On the horses, yeah.
On the horses and stuff. And
Okay,
so you guys
gotcha.
are all kind of walking and pulling
I
through.
guess I'll be
And-
pulling the horses then behind them as they run.
Poor Fleegan's just barely getting through. In fact, he may have to be riding on Thoros' shoulders or something like that. All right. Hang on a second. Okay. You quicken your pace, and you finally reach the clearing where the camp was being set when you had left to go into the forest. But what greets you is a horrific sight.
What?
Most of the wagons are on fire, and the troops' possessions are strewn about the area. Bodies lie about the snowy field. The bodies of your kin. There are other bodies as well. Tall, hairy, dog-faced humanoids with weapons and armor.
Like the gnolls we fought?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Blood stains the snow. And you can see it in the jumping light of the flames. No noise comes from the camp, save for the crackling of the fires as they consume the wagons. The wind blows, whipping up the fires and pushing the snow ever harder now, and it stings your faces. And you notice that the wagons have been looted, and there are all manner of items cast about the glade. Broken boxes, sundered barrels, clothing, blankets, a tiny doll, probably Cleistia's, lies in the snow.
We need that ranger. We gotta track these people down.
And as you probably realize, this is where we're going to end for the night.
Yeah. We hate you.
Yeah.
Love you.
I'm trying to look at the picture to see who's on the ground. This ain't good.
Oh.
I see animals on the ground too, so I don't think we just lost our human friends, but maybe our animal friends too.
Do not even say this, Kimber.
I'm sorry, I had to. It was in my mind.
All right. Well, like I said, we're going to end there for tonight. We will find out what happens when we come next. But that was quite the adventure combat tonight, friends. Did y'all have fun, except for this terrible cliffhanger?
Yeah, except for the cliffhanger. Yeah, everything was fine up until the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
thanks.
like an ultimate high, just came down, crashing down.
Yeah.
Well, we hope that our viewers enjoy this and that your minds have been opened by wonder, if not terror, and a little bit of dirty thoughts tonight. Um, we hope you'll join us next time. And my friends, between now and then, may all of your adventures be sticky.
It's ogre, go home.
But
Thank you and good
oh,
night.
the puns, the puns.
The puns, yes. We're going to have a discussion about the puns.
Let the beatings begin.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time. That was a good game, good session.
Great
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
That was a great
It's
session.
very fun.
You want me to?
I love your guys' comments and everything
Very
like that. Sorry to go a little late, but I wanted to get
Yeah,
to this
it's all
point tonight,
good.
and I had to rush you kind of at the end.
Yeah.
Well, it was